Okay, it is about 15 to 9. And I've got some TEMU stuff I've got to get through because it's got some stuff in there. Hi, Gypsy. I've got some TEMU stuff I've got to get through because it's got some stuff in there that I need to have to finish packing Haley's baby bag. And Gypsy, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, if we get any troll traffic, if we get anybody that comes in that says anything belligerent, just block them. I mean, you don't even have to time out if you just want to go ahead and block or hide user from channel so that anything they say can't be seen. That's fine. Am I okay now? No, I'm still mad. I talked with corporate Walmart this morning. They asked me what I wanted done. And I said, well, then I know that 7 years ago this happened and you stole $1,000 from a woman's account and she had to take you to civil court. I said they had to have it on a special day because you couldn't have a representative there. And by the time she paid for her attorney in court, she only got $200 back of the $1,000 you stole. And I said I was really concerned that you had hit my bank account. They did not. My bank shut it down because when they did attempt, it looked like a hack. And it could have been that somebody was hacking their account, using their account, or that they were just not fixing their computer system. They're investigating. They're investigating today, and I'm supposed to hear from somebody tomorrow. But they asked me after I told them what happened. I'm just now unswollen enough. You can tell I'm really swollen, and I'm really discolored because I'm really swollen because I was up longer on my legs than I'm supposed to be for my doctor's orders, and my knees swelled really bad. Hi, Ashley. Ashley, I'm so sorry about yesterday. I was trying to block Carrie, and it hit you, and I was like, crap. I felt so bad about that. I even sent you an apology email. It really bothered me that happened. But Walmart is supposed to call me back in the morning. But they said, how did you know about that? And I said, because I was sitting in the jury box when it was taken care of because I'm retired law enforcement. And they were like, oh, crap. And I was like, yeah, just you should be worried just a little bit. Just a little bit. And so they said, well, what do you want to see done? And I said, hi, Kimbo. I said, well, I want recompense for the way I was treated. I said, the embarrassment she attempted to cause me. I said, but I was not born with the embarrassment gene. So I said, I want an apology. And I said, I want recompense for the way I was treated. I want my groceries that I didn't get. I said, or you can fire her. And they said, well, which would you rather have? And I said, I want her fired. I said, because if she's treating me like that, I said, someone that has standing in the community and has mouth, I said, how's she treating everybody else? And they said, well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how mad are you at Walmart? And I said, if it was to go up in flames tonight, I would go roast a marshmallow. I said, that's where I am. So they said, well, we're going to investigate this right now because apparently they did not even tell corporate that they had a computer issue and had to reboot the system. So I've caught them in a bunch of crap. Imagine that. So anyway, I had to call and make sure that nobody got hit yesterday. It was just stupidity. Sounds proper. I thought it sounded appropriate too. But I mean, I went back in after I went to Walgreens. I was gone for like 7 whole minutes and bought those 2 things of liquid IV at Walgreens and came back to the customer service and slapped it down. And I said, tell me my card don't work in my money one more time. And they were like, oh, we had to reset our computer system. And I was like, oh, after you treated me so horribly, I don't care. Get the heifer to come apologize to me. And they wouldn't. And that just pissed me off even more. So I'm sorry. And I told Walmart, I said, so either you take care of it, or I said, that's called libel and slander. I said, because she screamed in front of everybody. All my cards were declined. I was out of money. I had no money and I needed to leave. I said, she cannot order me out of Walmart. It is a public access store. I said, I told her 5 times, it's your computer system, not my cards. Everybody else is having problems too. 6 registers are having problems. And I said, I just believe I was tried to make a fool out of. I said, but I turned around to everybody else and I said, show of hands for people having issues, and everybody raised their hand. And she said, you need to leave. And I said, I'm trying to purchase goods. Your card's been declined. You have no money. You need to leave. I could have bought what I had in my buggy about 50 times over. And it just made me mad. It just made me mad. And the sad thing is that she knows us and she knows my husband. And when he came back in, I went out and called the credit card agency because my bank was closed. And when he came back in, he was like, well, I just used my card right before I picked her up to bring her up here. He's like, so I know my card's working. Let me swap my card. Declined. And she said, give me your card. You just need to leave. And she jerked that card and about made me fall. And David stepped in front of me to catch me and looked at her as if to say, excuse me. And it kind of made me mad because I don't like for people to get, that was my fight. That was my argument. So I didn't want him in, no, you don't block me. That's my heifer to tame. And, but I understand he was trying to keep me from falling. But I told Walmart all about it this morning. And I said, I will see satisfaction or I will hire an attorney. I said, I've never been treated. I said, I don't know what is up with this last month. I don't know. But I said, I'm not going to be treated like this. So, it's horrible. Yeah, Kim, they used to have a receipt checker, and I always stop and I'm like, who's checking receipts? And they've not had a receipt checker the last 2 times. Of course, I'm only up there about once a month normally, about once a month. And but I was just like, I'm related to half the people that are working in this goddamn store. You've known me since kindergarten. Y'all know I was just like, and you know, and it just happened that my register was the first register to have the computer issues, but then it spread through all the others. It just happened that I was on the express checkout, which is the closest to the data bank, which was the first one that got hit. And but when I was like, other people are swapping 5 and 6 times and not going through there, it's got to be your computer system. She told me to shut up. Like yesterday, I wanted to catch an assault charge. I'm not lying. Like I was sitting there going, I can get a diversion. How long will I have to sit in jail? How much will the bill be? I could do this. I got enough people I know in prison. I'll get dealt into the next hand of poker and have a good time. Get me some commissary Cheetos and make me some Kool-Aid lipstick and I'll be okay. Retired parole officer. I learned all the tricks. But that was the first time I ever could have justified just absolutely pulverizing somebody. They are part of the government. This digital currency, they're going to take all our money away. Just wait for it. You can bail me out. Kim's got me. Kim can bail me. Me and Kim have got a bail agreement. Kim, you're cracking me up. I love these comments. I felt really bad all day. So this, I was like, I'm finally unswollen. You can see how swollen my eyes still are. I've had to do a lot of lymphatic massages and stuff today and push a lot of fluid and take some fluid medicine. But I'm starting to unswell. Oh, and then let me tell you about this morning. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so I'm not in the mood to push my buttons right now. Like I would not tell anyone to poke the bear right now. It's just not a good. I think, yeah, Gypsy, I think like you picked up on my wavelength of how I felt because I did not feel good, and I was trying to stand up long enough to cook David's lunch. He had run to the store because I had forgotten at the Dollar General. I'd forgotten one ingredient for his lunch, and he had run back to the Dollar General. Bless his poor little heart. And in the time that he ran back, the neighbor's kid came in on his motorcycle with his, I guess, wife. I think they're still married. I don't know. Anyway, he revved the motorcycle so loud it jarred my house, and I'm just like, if that motorcycle would fit up his honey in, I would put it there because I'm just like, why do you have to do that? There's no point in it. Okay, he won an $80,000 lottery ticket. He's blowed through it in 3 months because he has problems, and they were having a domestic over there. He revved his motorcycle. They both rode in together. I don't know if she was not sitting on the bitch seat correctly or what. I don't know. But apparently she did something wrong. And so he starts screaming at her. And he screams, you're just crying like a little bee. And I went in my musical repertoire, my brain went, that's a Godsmack song. So I got my Google Echo Dot, put it in the window, opened my window, and I queued up Godsmack, Crying Like a Little Bitch. And I blasted it. And they decided they should take their domestic inside. So I let it play for like 25 minutes till David got back from the store. And he said, why are you playing that music? And I told him, and he started laughing and sat down. I said, they caused me so much grief. And then the mailman put her medical supplies, where she had that surgery, on my porch. Two boxes weighing about 45 pounds. This is 25 minutes after David went to work. I heard a ka-thunk, ka-thunk. And by the time I get to the front door, there's 2 huge boxes on my porch that didn't belong to me. So I look across the fence line, and I yell out there, and I'm like, they put your crap on my porch again. And the son, that is such a turd, said, I'll come around and get him. I said, no, I don't want you on my property. I said, just like I don't want you on my property. And I don't go out my porch without I've got something strapped on me, because I don't trust him as far as I can spit. And he said, well, you can't pick that up. I said, I carry 200 pounds of horse feed on my shoulders when I work. I said, I can pack these to the goddamn fence. I said, I'll just go back to bed when I get in the house. And I hefted them suckers up on my shoulder, and I threw him over the fence, and he about fell under their weight. And I thought, you little pansy. And he looked at me, and I said, yeah, I'm still stronger than most people. I said, but I ain't got the muscle I used to have. And he was kind of like, and I was like, piss me off again, boy. And then his mama came out, and she goes, I tried to call you. I said, yeah, 5 times this morning. Did you notice I didn't answer? How did you get my cell phone number? Because I cut my landline off. Well, my daughter tried to call you. Yes, and I've blocked every number she's called from. Thought you might get the picture. No. Well, I need your help. Are you dead? Are you dying? Are you bleeding out? Are you having a medical emergency? You look fine. Well, no. Then what do you need from me? That's what I asked her. What do you need from me? Because she's literally called my house 15 times. I'm over it. Well, there was a black car backed in behind my house and slept here last night. No, there wasn't. No, there wasn't. No, because David came home really late last night, and he would have noticed that. No, there wasn't. Well, what am I supposed to do? It's called 911. They teach children that in kindergarten. And I'm just like, and she's like, well, I was wondering if you, no. I was nice to you when you had your health emergency. And the first thing you did when you came home was flipped your switch to your house and tried to tell me your electric was off to get money, but your floodlight was still on. So you had juice. You just turned your breaker off. I said, you tried to con me the first 5 minutes you were home from the hospital. I don't trust you. I ain't helping you in any way. She said, well, I can't keep myself safe. I said, that is not my problem. You are not my concern. And she said, well, how do you keep yourself safe? I said, I have things that can put holes in people. They tend to leave me alone. Well, I can't have none of those. No, because you have convicted felons in your home. That, again, is not my concern. It's yours. Well, couldn't you just put one of your No, that would be illegal videography. No. You would think as many times as you and your family have gone to court and jail, you would understand the law. I said, I have one camera here. I have a 360-degree spin on it, and I watch my butt, and I ain't watching anybody else's. So I'm just like flabbergasted, and I'm like Jesus is testing me. He's like wondering how much it's going to take for me to swing on somebody. And yet yesterday I thought literally, well, how bad can a simple assault be? How bad can an aggravated assault be? I can get a diversion. That's what I thought yesterday, because I was treated so poorly. I was so mad. And y'all, I'm really nice. I'm really nice. I just want to do my thing, be left alone, go on. I help people in the store. I'm kind. I smile at people. I just did not enjoy the way I was treated yesterday. And no, I have nothing but time and animosity. So beware, Walmart. Y'all are on the radar. Hey, Denise, I hope you're feeling okay. Well, she's somebody that had 11 kids and the state raised 10 of them, so you can figure what she is. One summer, 17 members of her family was arrested for selling things that should not be sold. So, no, I'm not very nice to them. It's like the one neighbor I have. And if I didn't have that neighbor, I would live in this little horseshoe island all by myself. And I'm like, why, Jesus? Do you hate me? Beginning to think he does. Denise, I've been better too. This weather going from like negative 16 to 60 it's not good for me. And it's just like I can't stabilize my legs because the fluid comes and goes so quickly. I can't stabilize the fluid on my body. even though it's much better than it has been in recent winters, it's still a problem. And I'm having really hard times with walking around corners and catching, and because my body, my nerve impulses will hit wrong, and I'll run into the wall or catch a door frame, or my leg will go the wrong way. And I tell everybody I'm a swift driver in training. Kim, you should find that funny. I tell everybody I'm a swift driver in training. Kim should find that funny because her husband is a truck driver. I got this for David's uniforms because his uniforms, even though they're supposed to launder them, but they never do, I end up having to launder it. I don't mind a launder, then I have to clean my washing machine because he works in a metal fabrication automotive plant. So I don't like to put them in a regular shiffer robe or closet or anywhere. So I got this. It's got a window in it. I can unzip it. It can fit all of his uniforms. And I can put it on top of his shiffer robe, and he can just get his uniforms out of there. So they only touch in here, or they go into his laundry basket so that they don't come in contact with anyone else's clothes. I know, Kim, I thought you thought that'd be funny. So they don't come in contact with anybody else's clothes, and I don't take a chance of getting that metal fabrication on anything else. I just thought it would be a good safety feature for those uniforms. I hate those uniforms. I pay a laundry fee, but when we give them to the laundry, they never give them back. So I've just been laundering them, and I'm like, somebody owes me a butt ton of money. Like last time I shook the president's hand, I was like, somebody owes me a butt ton of money. Thank you, Gypsy Catch the Trolls. I appreciate it. I don't really feel like putting up with anybody. I'm pretty sure if I got really nasty over here, it'd probably be a federal issue. We don't want that. I used to do some federal supervision when they would do like ICOTs. It's a joke. It's a joke. Do you want to know why our nation's in the crapper? It's because the people that are supposed to be role models are just as sorry as the people that are breaking the rules. But anyway, I thought this was a good buy. Got it. Happy with it. It was actually bigger than I thought it was going to be. I read the size, but it was, I can't hit the garbage can second off, but it was bigger than I thought it was going to be. Now, David has a really big thing with his lunch bag. He likes to take little desserts, but he wants them kept separate. Or if he takes chips, he wants them kept separate in a dry bag. Or if he takes dessert, he wants it kept separate. And I'm having a really hard time with the size because he's only allowed a certain size of. You do a flip. Go away. He only has a certain size he's allowed in the refrigerator at work. So I found these cute little, like, 5-sided flip little containers. And they hold, too. Let me figure out which one's still... See? They lock. I've had these before because my mother bought the big ones. And so I got the little ones. Look, they're just the right size for either a roll, cornbread. I can't get it apart. Oh, my God. See, this is the day I'm having with my neuromuscular disorder. They're just the right size for a little slice of pie or chips for a sandwich or something for, soup. They're just the right size, and they latch very well, and they will not spill. These are a win, and if you have somebody that takes lunch to work and they need a smaller item to hold separate stuff, let them do that. I guess they work for probably chip and dip. I don't know. My poor husband is stuck in that factory a lot. So I try to pack him nice food, so try to feed him decently. Okay, you all know that I go through a lot of Did you see him? Oh, I didn't know if you saw him today or not. Ashley, can I give you a wrench? Would you like a wrench, Ashley? Let me see if I can do this without... There you go, Ashley. You have a wrench. You may boot people as you see fit. Poor old Gypsy needs some help. I didn't know if you seen him right. He ran himself to death today. He did actually catch 2 skunks this morning without getting sprayed. I was so proud of him. The landowner has at one night saw 17 different skunks with 17 different patterns come on his property, and he's like, they're ruining my grain storage. He said, he's like, I can't feed this to my cattle that I sell. So you're very welcome. Thank you. And he was like, I've got to have the skunk numbers taken down because he's on like several thousand acres at the end of the next to wilderness, you know, next to like not like a national park, but a protected area. And so David had one that showed up and got into one of his raccoon cups, and it sprayed, and it didn't directly get him, but it was enough to where I had to do my special recipe for laundry to get it out, which was not anything I wanted to do. But the funny thing was today he actually got them in the skunk spray proof trap, and it worked great. It worked excellent. And then the other he got taken care of without getting sprayed. And I was like, thank God I was not up for doing laundry today. So, dude, if you don't know what country this is in when I'm speaking English, you need to go take some lessons, learn something, put a wrinkle in your brain, because you must be the stupidest person I've ever met. Send him going. Send the 5-year-old out of here too. I cannot just have you. Okay, so YouTube has sent me several messages wanting me to monetize. I refuse to monetize because I don't think that things I talk about need to have money in the middle of it. I don't think it's appropriate. Sometimes we talk about things that money, you shouldn't wonder why I'm talking about them. I don't want you to think I want a coffee or I want a donation. I just want to talk about these things. So I've refused the monetization. And they keep sending me emails and just harassing me. And I'm like, I'm not ever going to monetize. So I'm really probably about to go to the Odyssey platform because there are much more philosophical thinkers over there rather than stupid idiots that have no time or no brains and all the time in the world. So I guess that's probably what I'm going to have to do, because YouTube apparently hates me enough that they're pushing me for the troll traffic right now. But I mean, it's a little bit of annoyance for my mods. But for me, I know how many stupid people are in the world. I supervised felons for a decade. I mean, I know how many stupid people are in the world. So, these are soap holders. And y'all know how many different kinds of soap I have. And I don't like for my soap to stick to the sink or the tub. So I got 3 more of these soap holders. They work great. You just have to stick them to where they will drain down into the sink or the tub. I put them into where they drain into the soap spot on the tub and then on down in the tub. They work great. I put all my little fancy smancy soaps in them so that I don't have any problems. And so far, I've enjoyed them. Somehow, I keep getting these pins, even though I didn't buy any more. Like I said, I think sometimes when they pack from different warehouses, they just don't count what they put in your bags, and you get multiples. So what are we wowing? Because I'm not paying attention. Boy, Ashley, you are on fire. Tell you what, I'm going to have to send you a thank you gift. But that's why I'm getting troll traffic. My channel's gotten big enough. And, and everybody's upset about my view on Upchurch. And Upchurch actually responded to my comment last night. And we had a little bit of a tit for tat. And he says I'm overthinking it. And I said, no, I'm looking at it from a logistics and consumerism point. If you keep saying we're supposed to support independent artists and that we should respect you because you're an independent artist, but the first thing you do is go and disrespect an independent artist. Not only an independent artist, but the one that is teaching the most political poison content to our nation and our younger generations. He's educating them about what's going on in our nation. It looks like friendly fire. It looks like you're taking out someone who is actually doing something very positive, which you normally don't stand for. This is like the polar opposite of who you say you are. And I said, while you don't really share specific audiences, they do overlap. And I'm afraid if you go after him, and I said, a lot of your fans are middle-aged, and I said, you're dang near pushing middle-aged. I said, I'm afraid that you are not understanding that you're going to split your fan group between people that are too old for this juvenile crap. But I said, you're going to be pumped up by the 12 and 13 and 14-year-olds that don't know what you're doing is so harmful. And I said, I think you're getting your boost from the wrong population of your fan base, and you think this is a big win for you, but it's 12 and 13 and 14-year-olds, and the people that are 30 plus, the ones that you should be caring about because they're more in your age group. You're not understanding that we're not okay with this. And I said, I just don't want to see you ruin your career And I said, I don't think either one of you are the better rapper. I said, I think you each have a niche and you do great in your own niche. But I said, if you go to challenge somebody, I certainly wouldn't challenge somebody that had Ben Shapiro in his back pocket. I mean, I just don't think it's a good career move. Logistically, I just don't think it's a good career move. So, the next thing I got, Ashley, bless your heart. Denise, bless your heart. Y'all are doing such great jobs. Thank you. I've got my 3 mods in here doing awesome art. This is, it comes in this box, but like I said, they don't always recognize their boxes. Somebody told me to stick to my TEMU hauls and shut my mouth, and I thought, you have not watched my channel for 4 years. I forget what this is. We need to do another haul where we just price everything again. I thought that was great. We've had like close to 500 views on that thing. That was a informational learning. Even my husband was like, heck, go ahead and, oh. So I think this is one of those eye balms or face rubs or something. I don't think it's a lip balm, but I think it's like, I ordered a rose hip under eye thing because this is where my Cherokee jeans show. As you can see on days I don't feel good, this is where the Cherokee comes through right here. The Irish takes over, but the Cherokee is right here. And I got a lot of these that you can put under eyes. They put collagen and peptides and stuff back in your skin, and they're really good. This is Nicor or Nicor, Nicor. I'm going to compare it to the rose hip one. I think the rose hip one has been doing really well for me. And I put it on my nose and down through here as well. And I think that it has brightened my skin, especially for the freaking winter when everybody needs more vitamin C. So, I'm half Irish and a half Cherokee. I'm from the Lenape tribe. Don't come on here and tell somebody that you know their culture. Do not assume my culture. I can't assume your gender or your stupidity, so don't assume my culture. I can't believe people are stupid. People are just violently stupid. I mean, I supervised murderers for 10 years, but the quality of people on YouTube is trash. It's in the gutter. It's in the crapper, and that's why I'm going to the Odyssey platform very soon. If y'all want to follow me, that's great. I'll give you this notice when I go. The Odyssey platform is a little bit, they just have a better quality of people over there. They have a little bit better discussions. People will actually want to talk about things that require a brain, and I really enjoy that platform. So I think I'm going to sneak over there. I've already got a page on Brighteon, and it's decent, but it's just not a very user-friendly platform, so I think I'm going to go to Odyssey. It's easier to upload. Oh, good Lord. I buy stuff and then I don't know what they are. I think this is a balm, a perfume balm. I don't know. Let's open it and see. I need English. Yes, it's a perfume balm. I've been trying to find this one scent that I bought in my first order that they say is discontinued. That's the closest I've come to it. But it's just, they're still selling it, but not in the same packaging, so I can't find it. This is the closest that I've come to it since I've been looking. This is like my 4th attempt. This is pretty doggone good. Yeah, that's as close as I've come to it. Yeah. Okay, so we need to absolutely make sure we take a picture of this so that we can shop for it again. That is one of my favorite smells. It's like a jasmine mixed with something else, and I really like it. So I absolutely want to make sure that I keep that. And I can reorder. And Lord, if they change the packaging on me again, I'll have to go and find it again. For the 27 people here, and for probably the 10 that are acting their age and not being a complete asinine piece of dog crap, thank you so much for coming and visiting me and going through my TEMU haul. This is what happens when you don't pay YouTube's bills. They send you all the troll traffic. But we're just gonna push through it because I used to supervise murder, so I'm used to stupidity. We're just gonna push through it. This is a Hillbilly product, and I think it's kind of like the Nicor. For a lot of y'all, I've been trying to test the dupes, and as you can see, this looks a whole lot just like the Nicor. Let me hold up the Nicor again. So I've been trying to test the dupes for you to see which is better. So let's see what this smells like. Okay, if you're asking me, the Decor has the better smell. But when it comes to formula, I don't know yet. That one's really smooth. Let's try this one. That one's thicker. Okay, so the Decor has the better scent. The big Decor has the better scent. But this one is probably the better recipe because it has got a much better, thicker feel to it and not as greasy. So this is Hillbilly. And it is just a like skin softener, and it's got a fragrance. It's like a perfume slash cracked skin thing. Which I think is kind of a neat combo. I'm not gonna lie, especially during the winter around here. Am I emo? No, I'm not emo. Although that was like after my time in high school. I don't mind people that are emo. I did a goth look the other day with makeup I bought from TEMU, and I was quite impressed with the quality of the lipstick. So I don't know why you have to be anything. I'm just a little hillbilly. This is coconut whip toothpaste. Now, I'm a strange person, and I love coconut, okay? So I buy a lot of everything. This is coconut. It is from Glory Smile. That almost came out wrong. It's from Glory Smile, but it is coconut flavored toothpaste. Pump up. Come on. Pump up. Come on. Pump up. Come on. You can do it. Come on. There we go. Here we go. Just a little bit. Oh, it's like minty coconut. Oh. Well, that's not half bad, y'all. Woo. It's like a minty coconut. That is nice. Glory Smile. I'm pretty sure they had like 4 or 5 other flavors. It's got a very nice coconut aftertaste, and it's got a minty hit. That's pleasant if you are into tooth care. Look, I took my nails off because to let my nails heal. Look how horrible they look. If you're into dental care, that might be an interesting try for you. That was very nice. That was pleasant. Completely forgot to order that. It's strange. You had the cherry toothpaste? Good. Is it as good? That tasted really good. Like I was really impressed with that. Oh my goodness. Okay. So y'all know I love jasmine and I love orange blossom stuff. This is jasmine orange blossom soap. I think it's a soap or a shampoo bar, however you want to use it. I can't explain to you how nice this smells. Oh my goodness. Did y'all notice I found my scissors? I'm not using my big buck knife anymore. Are you proud of me? Oh my goodness. That is like sitting on your front porch and catching a citrus aroma with honeysuckle at the end. That jasmine. That is so nice. I'm excited to use that. It is a more powdery formula. Oh my gosh, look, it's even got jasmine flowers dried into it. Holy crap, I'm impressed. I'm going to throw them away, but I'm impressed. I don't want those to go down my drain. I'm going to throw them away, but I'm still impressed. That was nice. They had a pressed flower in that. Okay. I'm headed to the tub as soon as I get done here, y'all. I just need some relaxation after today. Jasmine orange blossom. That is amazing. I mean, hi Jennifer. Thanks for being appropriate and kind. We've got some troll traffic. Just try to ignore it. This is awesome. If you like jasmine or you like orange blossom, this is a perfect mix. It's kind of like citrus honeysuckle to me. I love it. That is amazing. Gonna try that out. Okay, so I got this, and I was initially going to give it to my daughter who's having twins for the twins room. But then she said, I've already found the light I want. And I thought, well, okay, because I really liked it. So I was like, I'll just keep it for myself. Oh, your name is Jasmine. Well, see, there you go. I love jasmine. I love the scent of jasmine. And I've never seen it mixed with orange blossom before. So that was a very nice find for me. Okay, this comes with a USB plug. I don't know if you have to leave it. It's already charged. Hang on. Do you see the glow? Let me get it out of it. It's got a dust cover. Oh, look, it looks like a glowing bag. It's got a dust cover, and I don't want to break it, so I have to be careful. I got to put his little feet on him. He can be hung up or he stands. Let me put his little stand on him. Did I not put it on it? Go. How do you turn you down? How do I turn you down? Oh, that's how I turn you down. Okay. Let me put his little stand on him. Yeah, I don't have the hand power to do crap today. This is what happens when you get a neuromuscular disorder, when you get attacked with an axe. Don't ever work at wilderness boot camps. I supervise murderers. It's the kids that kill you. Not the old hands, it's the young ones. Okay, so this is a little bird. You can hang it up and leave it, or you can put it on the stand. I'm going to put it on the stand and probably take this off. He already came charged. You turn him on by tapping his head. And I think you can dim him too. I may be wrong, but he's got different lights. It's got blue, red, and a really bright, and then off. And I thought, well, this would be good if she had to go in and change one of them or check on them without turning on the whole light and waking both babies up. But she had already, between the time that I told her about this and it came in, she had already found a little lamp that went with her motif. I never had a motif when I had children. I just had children. But I thought this was cute, so I'm going to keep him for me. Isn't he pretty? I thought that was, and he was $8.09 when I bought him, which I'm not mad about that. And he comes with a sticker so you can stick him somewhere if you don't want him to fall. And I don't think, that's in there good when you get it wedged, so I don't think he would fall if you stuck him. I'm going to sit this on top of my side of the bed, and when I have to get up in the middle of the night to go do something, I'm going to be like, and then I'll turn him off when I get back. I love my little lights. I've got little lights all through the house, but I think this is just adorable. $8.09. It came charged. You just have to charge them every once in a while. Thought that was adorable. Cute little bird. Cute little light. I bought it initially for the twins' room, but she'd already found her light, so that's okay. I wonder what I can use this for. This is like cheesecloth. I'll find a craft use for that. Y'all know I will, as much as a craft. Next week, I'm probably going to be making some skull rattles. I've got a river otter skull. I've got a coyote skull. The tribes, I've got 4 reps from the tribes that are asking me if I have any rattles already done. And they normally know I don't have rattles done until about April, and then they finally get with me by the end of April, 1st of May, before they have their first powwow. But they're coming at me early this year. So I'm like, I've got all the stuff ready. I've just not put them together. Because actually I have abalone shell coming in little chips that I'm going to engrave into the handles. I'm going to resin into the handles this year. So I told the tribe reps, I was like, give me a couple weeks and I'll have these rattles done. I'll have the talking sticks done. I'll have the ceremonial sticks done, and y'all can come pick them up. So can I put a shout out? If you can do it politely, Jason B, you can put a shout out. So they're on it early this year, so I'm going to have to get to making my native art early this year, and that should be fun though, because honestly I'm ready to get away from the TEMU hauls. I'm a little bored with the TEMU hauls. It's still nice to help y'all find good products and save money like we did on our 2.5-hour thing where we saved over $300, but I'm getting a little bored. Okay, this is rosemary mint strengthening conditioner. Rosemary and ginger and cinnamon, they're all really good to promote circulation in your scalp and to help your hair grow and stay healthy and stay strong and thick. You can make a rosemary tincture of olive oil and rosemary to just put and spray in and on your hair and let it soak before you get in. Oh, I've got one, Kim. Oh, I've got some. I'll give you some to try before you buy if you visit me here in the next couple of days. But now if you have any sores in your head or you have a skin condition, don't use this because it will pull blood to the surface. So don't use it. I'm not a doctor, but I'm telling you what I know. But normally, rosemary oil and stuff like that is used a lot to promote hair growth and hair thickening for the scalp. It brings the blood up. Ginger does the same thing. Cinnamon does the same thing. I found this in a pump, and it's a rosemary conditioner. I don't mind the smell of rosemary, but I'm hoping I cannot hit the garbage can to save my life. I'm just hoping it don't stink. And I guess it may be a question we don't get to. Oh, there we go. Maybe we could answer it. Hang on, I'll tell you if it stinks. Oh, no. No, it just smells like conditioner. Oh, well. I'm fixing to get in the tub anyway. Let's just put that in there. I'm real laid back, y'all. Okay. Oh, and I got the ginger one too. So, hey, we're going to find out what the ginger one smells like too. Actually, if you don't mind, after you've had to look like my 4th grade teacher, well, she must have been a lovely lady. Thank you. My mom was a teacher. I wasn't a teacher. I was a parole officer. Lots of love from Tel Aviv, Israel. Thank you for being polite. Thank you. Sending back lots of love and hugs and well wishes for y'all over there. I know y'all are kind of going through a bad spot. U.S. ain't much better. Woo. Okay, so this is the ginger formula. Now, this does the same thing. Ginger promotes hair growth. It brings a lot of circulation to the scalp. It's really good for, it's just really good for your scalp, for your skin in general. Let's see what this one smells like. Slightly sharper than the other one. You watch the, yeah, I haven't been able to finish anything. So this smells slightly sharper than the rosemary. I'm just going to put it in my hair because I'm getting in the shower after I get done here anyway. I'm getting in the tub. But it still smells good. It just smells like a conditioner, but has a slightly sharper ginger smell than the rosemary did. It has a sharper cutting smell. So I would recommend that. Now I'm going to be trying all these out. Now y'all know when I find a product I really like, I come back and I do a short or I do a video. Thank you, Mariah. I appreciate that. Or I come back and do a video to tell you exactly if it's good, if it works, if it is what they say it is. So as I'm using these, if I find one that absolutely sucks or absolutely is awesome, I will come back and let you all know where to put your money and where not to. Honey, I am an old hillbilly burly woman married to a Grizzly Adams man living in Appalachia. Pronouns are possessive. I don't really go by that. I normally go by chromosomes. But hey, I'm old school. All right, this is a 5-in-1 facial serum. So this has got the vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin E, collagen, hyaluronic acid, and something other else that I can't read because I'm blind. Where are my 76-cent glasses? My eyes have been really bad since my swelling's been really bad. I have way too much fluid on me. I have a neuromuscular disorder, so I'm not having the best day ever. What in the crap is that word? Oh, it's that niacinamide that everybody's putting in skincare stuff now. That's what it is. Niacinamide or whatever it is. So this is a 5-in-1. I've been using tons of serums. I like serums. I like the collagen little capsules they have on TEMU. They're great. This has got a pleasant odor. It's not strong. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does to my tattoos. If it's a good serum, it'll make a tattoo pop. Let's see what it does. I've got like 37 hours of ink on me, so. Okay, I'm not mad at that. It's not as thick as I would want it to be, but that may be the hyaluronic acid in there. But it did sharpen up my tattoos, so it's probably decent. It's probably decent. I'm trying to keep up and I can't read everything. Yeah, tons of trolls. I hope this never happens to anybody else, but that's probably why I'm moving to the Odyssey platform. I'm trying to get away from stupid people. And I hope y'all follow me. I hope my good subs follow me. But honestly, I would rather start over than have to go through the crap that I've been dealing with lately. It's not that they irritate me. It's just that it takes so much away from the good content and the good quality conversations we have. And it's just like, you know, I would rather be on a platform that doesn't attract trash. That sounds so bad because, you know, we have some quality people here, but 98% of it is just troll trash. And I'm sorry, it's just what it is. And if you don't monetize, it's worse because YouTube wants to scare you off. But, oh well. Yeah, more people are leaving YouTube. YouTube will be a thing of the past probably in the next 3 to 5 years. I got these because it was -6 here without wind chill the other day. And I like these. And I have a high top version that are gray. And now I have these. They're fleece on the inside. I got them on a spin down, so I didn't spend very much money on them. I have, with my neuromuscular disorder, if my feet get cold, I'm screwed. That sets my rain-ons off and then I'll pass out. So I got these and they're real corduroy on the outside and they're fleece lined and I like them. I'm just going to wear them around the house. whichever. If it's super cold, I wear the high tops. If it's not, I wear the low tops. Thank you, Mariah. I appreciate that. You have a good day, too. And then for the days that it's not super cold, then I got these because I got the yellow ones of these, and they've lasted me like 5 months. I think these are like UGG dupes, but they're like El Cheapo UGG dupes. But I'm here to tell you, they're comfy and they last. They last like 4 to 5 months. And for me, that's in them all the time, because of my sensory issues with my feet and legs, this is what I kind of wear all the time when I'm home. That's a pretty good amount of time. And I believe these are between $3.50 and $5 if you buy them. And they're just kind of like a UGG knockoff, but I mean, you can tell they're not Uggs, but that's what they're kind of modeled after. I like those. I recommend them. I've got yellow ones on my feet that look horrendous because they're done. But do you good. I'm glad. I really like mine. Like, I've been through my yellow ones, and now I'm going to go through the gray ones, and I've really enjoyed them. But I really like those fleece-lined Hey Dude lookalikes. So I'm tickled with that. Okay, so David's lunch pail is dying, and he only has a certain amount of space in the company fridge that he's allowed to use, which I think is stupid. Buy another refrigerator. And so I needed another lunch pail that was the same size as his that would fit his lunch stuff. And I found one. And by the time you pop it open, and what you do is you put it in there, and then when you put it in the fridge, you lay it sideways, and you put your silverware up here, and it will hold everything that his Ozark Trail holds that cost $14. This was $2.04, and it has a much better lining on the inside. So you put it in there, and you can pack it like this if you have the sealable bowls, but you set it like this in the fridge, and it will pack everything he needs for his day. And it was $2.04, and the Ozark Trail that has the same cubic, size is like $14 at Walmart. You can't make this crap up. I thought it was cute. He doesn't care as long as his lunch makes it to work. He doesn't care. So my husband's not picky. He's not picky at all. My hair is doing weird things today. Okay. Hey, we have nails. Who would have thought we would have nails? Oh, I'm rocking my Greta Van Fleet shirt. Y'all like that? Yep. Okay, so here's some of the health and wellness stuff that I got David, and I'll probably do a short if I find out like how expensive it is somewhere else. But this was not in my other bag, the 2.5 hour price comp video we did. I'm still trying to get over that one. But this was the Ilho gum foam, so it's supposed to help with gum issues. And you just use it along with your toothpaste in the morning. Oh, it's purple. It's that purple stuff. But you just use it with your toothpaste in the morning, and it's supposed to help heal your gums and any sore spots. Because David was a logger for a long time and worked in the woods, he does have Lyme and Rocky Mountain spotted fever. And so he has a lot of ulcers in his mouth during the winter when it acts up. So I thought, well, we'll just see if that helps. I'll let you know if it helps, and if it is something that helps. Oh, is he headed to New Orleans? You're unsupervised? I don't know when my physical therapist is going to pop by this week because I'm not able right now to, with as swollen as I am after all that, I'm not able to do much right now. So I don't know what my week looks like. More floor cleaning sheets. This is in a different smell. If you have not tried the floor cleaning sheets or the floor cleaning or the laundry sheets, absolutely try them. You can roll them up and put them right in your Swiffer wet jet tank and put water. They dissolve. They clean your floors so much better. I mean, than Fabuloso, than Pine Allen, than Pine Sol, than Clorox. I was amazed. Like, I was very skeptical, so I bought a very small pack of blue ones last fall. By the time I used it twice and saw the shine that it left on my wood floors and my linoleum in my kitchen, I was like, no, this is all we're doing. This is all we're doing. So this stuff is super amazing. You can, one rolled up in your Swiffer wet jet will last me about 3 days. I have a small little cabin like home, but they clean really, really, really well. And like, you know, I'll buy the really nice cleaner and think, oh, this is going to help me scrub, you know, a stain up or something. It won't. That stuff got stuff off of my floor that I don't want to know how long it had been there. And I didn't know it was there, and I was surprised. So I heartily recommend that. Okay, so sometimes when I put things together, when I'm making all this art that I do in the winter, which I still haven't got to yet this year, I need to get to it. Sometimes I need a little tiny screwdriver instead of the big drill and the drill bits. You're not going to believe this. This is a little screwdriver with 32 bits. Let me see if my hands will open it. I'm having a horrible neuromuscular day. It's got the socket. It's got the extender. This is kind of nice. You don't have to use the extender if you don't want to, but you can if you like need to reach something. And it has got 32 sockets from Star to flat to Phillips to Allen. I mean, it's that was like $272 or $282. It was less than $3. See how bad I'm shaking today? My neuromuscular disorder is really bad today, y'all. Watch it. Crap. Stop. I have to squeeze harder to make it stop. So you can actually put them directly into here and use a shorthand, or you can use your attachment. That's okay. I don't want them coming back, so that's fine. Just keep kicking them. So you can either use the extender or not. For me, for the fine work that I do with the small things, I will just be using this with these put straight in there. So I'm tickled with this because every time I go to get my drill, David has put my drill bit somewhere else. And some of my drill bits are still too big for some of the smaller stuff I do, especially the jewelry stuff I do. So I'm super happy I found that. That's going to be an amazing thing to help me with my artwork this winter, which we got to get going on since they said they wanted those skull rattles. So here we go. Get ready for the hate, because we're supposed to be a tolerant society and we're supposed to, you know, support indigenous people. But if you see a Cherokee making something for a communal ceremony, everybody loses their collective shit. I don't understand society anymore. You don't live like me, so obviously you must be the devil. No, I just live in a different area that requires a different type of life. We have such small-minded people on this planet, and I'm just amazed at how stupid they can be. Okay, this is mouth relief spray. Now, I have never tried this, but I'm assuming it's kind of like the Miracle mouthwash that numbs it. I don't know. But again, I got this for David, because when he gets like -6 and he's out trying to do stuff, trapping and stuff, his Rocky Mountain spotted fever and Lyme will act up, and it will result in ulcers in his mouth. So I'm trying to help him with that. That's something that he just has to deal with now. Growing up a logger in the woods, you're going to get bit by a tick. So it just is what it is. I have no idea what this is, but we shall find out together. I have no idea what this is, but we will find out together. Hello to everybody that's being appropriate and kind. Thank you for joining. If you're not appropriate and kind, just move on out. Let's see if I can open this. I don't know what it is. What did I buy? I have no idea what this is. Apparently I needed it. I bought it. What the crap is this? I vaguely remember that it's something, but I don't remember what it is. I don't remember what this is, but I bought it, so it has a purpose. Don't ask me what it was. Thank you. Is it Practical Mouse? I'm about blind. Hey, put your glasses on, Elizabeth. Practical Mouse. Thank you. Thank you for being kind. Is it Mila? I'm always afraid I'm going to say your names wrong because I'm a bumpkin. I do have my master's degree in psychology, but I'm just a bumpkin from Appalachia. So if I get your name wrong, just tell me how to say it. Now I can't get back in here. There we go. So these look familiar. I bought them for a purpose. I don't know what they are. I'll have to look that one up. It may have been something David told me to buy. I don't know. I'm bumfuzzled. Don't got a clue. Haven't a clue what it is, David's been getting in on my TEMU and making me order stuff, so it may have been something he needed. I don't know. It's something to repair something. Don't ask me. I'll look it up and then I'll do a community short and be like, this is what I bought. Okay, so y'all know I like to make the bone jewelry and the tooth jewelry. We don't waste anything. That's part of being a native family. You don't waste anything. I found these gorgeous earrings. Now they're heavy as I don't know what, but they're gorgeous and they're kind of like Bollywood. They're so heavy. Like if I put these on, I'd literally be leaning like this. But I can take my jewelry stuff and take them apart and use one and wire wrap like a Cody canine below it coming out. Wouldn't that be pretty? And I could actually make 3 sets of earrings with that and do a nature Cherokee bone inspired jewelry. And they use, and the ladies that do some of the dances use these little like bell things on their dresses when they dance, especially grass dancers. So I'm thinking if I make them, there may be some of the ladies that do the dancing ceremonies that might actually want to have them, because you have to have a nature component in your outfit to have it. So these are actually the little Tibetan silver. And wouldn't that be a really neat craft option? I mean, you've got to be a native person to understand that. But but I mean, I think those are so beautiful. I think a lot of the Bollywood jewelry is very beautiful. I think Indian women from India, I think they have a very, a very good motivation to take care of themselves and to present themselves in a very beautiful way. And so I just fall in love with a lot of the jewelry, but I thought, man, I could really use that. That looks like a Cherokee dancer's bell. So I thought, let's see what we can make those into. So these are probably going to pop up in some of my craft items. They're gorgeous. They're very well made. And they do rattle. And I'm thinking that we could probably get that onto a grass dancer's dress or into one of the ladies' costumes when they dance at one of the ceremonies. So I thought that would be a beautiful addition. And I could do the nature component because it has to have a nature component. So their costumes have to have a nature component to them. So that would be a good way to do that. Hello to everyone that's come in here and been polite and sweet and kind. I really appreciate you. My name is Elizabeth. I'm a retired parole officer. Somehow I got stuck doing TEMU hauls, but I normally do crafts or I do psychobabble because I have my master's in psychology and I used to supervise murderers and aggressive felons. So thank you for joining me. You're going to see a lot of troll traffic because YouTube doesn't like me because I refuse to monetize. Okay, this is black castor oil, and this is for like your hair and skin. Now this is Jamaican black castor oil, so it's not edible. So if you get this, don't eat it. It's not castor oil you can eat, okay? Don't do it. It's Jamaican black castor oil, and it is for your hair and your skin. If you have inflammation, you have your lips swelled up, you have a headache, or you have a bruise or a knot on your body, castor oil is one of the most powerful things to heal. Like the old fogies said that it pulled stuff out of the body, and a lot of doctors used to prescribe castor packs. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what I've read and what I've researched. I use a lot of castor oil because, I got that all over me, because I have a neuromuscular disorder and have a lot of swelling. Oh, that has a nice smell to it. It doesn't stink like regular castor oil. So I got this, and I'm going to see, because I've been having a lot of pain right here in this eustachian tube that's not been draining. So I'm going to take some of this Jamaican black castor oil, and I'm going to rub it right here. My eustachian tubes, I have extra bones and marrow in my ears. They don't like to drain. So I'm going to put that right there, and I'm going to see if that helps, because normally it helps pull inflammation and helps draw out infection. So we're going to see casserole. Hey, that doesn't surprise me with my accent. I have the dying Appalachian dialect, so it doesn't surprise me. But this is the Jamaican black castor oil. And if you do not know the power of castor oil, please research it. It is great. Now, I think I bought one of these the other day, but I got it in a different container because I'm stupid, and they got me completely just by switching the container because I'm stupid. I'm stupid. We're doing a TEMU haul, Jack. Hello. I normally don't do TEMU hauls. I normally do crafts and stuff like that. But we're doing a TEMU haul because I've been doing TEMU for a while now. But we're fixing to get back to the native crafts. So if you enjoy that, please come and see me. I'm trying to be nice to people. It just goes to show you. I mean, it's probably one man sitting at a computer panel with 40 screens giving me hell, but hey. Let me get in here and get good. They pack this better than I've ever packed anything in my whole life. I mean, look at that. It's in a frame box inside a box. I'll get into it in a minute. Hang on. Oh, no, it's the same one. It's just smaller. It's got the little magnetic thing that scared the crap out of me last time. So I have 2 of these now. This is the Dragon's Blood face cream that has the little scoop that sticks and that scared the crap out of me because I didn't know it stuck. And the last time it jerked it out of my hand and scared the crap out of me. And I realized that last time I had you with me, I didn't even open it up to smell it because we were on the sofa. I was in the living room that day. Let's see if I can pop this out of here. Ooh. Whoo, it better help my skin because it smells like dog crap. Huh. You ever burn your arm hair with a lighter when you're trying to start your stove? That's what it smells like. Okay, so this is the stuff everybody freaked out. It's got placenta in it. It's sheep placenta, people. Do you know that farmers have sold sheep placenta for years? Sheep placenta is very powerful. It looks like this. It looks like a jelly. It looks like a caviar jelly. I'm not lying. It smells like absolute dog crap. But, thank you, Bella. I appreciate you saying I'm very pretty. I'm not, but I appreciate you saying it. Let's see what it feels like. So it's kind of icky. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of icky, and it does remind me. Like I used to raise sheep, so it does remind me. It does remind me very, very much of when used with prolapse or something. Okay, let's do this on the elbow with the tattoos and a bruise. Where did I get that bruise? Well, there's another one to add to my collection. Okay. I mean, I'm not enamored with the smell. I didn't smell the other one the other day. I don't know if it smells any better. But I can tell that is very soothing to my skin, and I can tell it's like better than any lotion I've ever used, and that feels amazing. Matter of fact, I'm going to do my other elbow. That feels so daggum good. So it doesn't smell good. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you it doesn't. It smells like burnt hair. But, oh, that's where I broke my arm, and I have blood trapped between the surface of my skins. I broke my arm in kindergarten. I was a rough child. I have to admit, that is lovely. That is very nice. Smells like absolute dog crap, but the consistency and what it does for your skin is amazing. So maybe the smell will fade after it dries. I'll keep you posted. I mean, I've smelled worse because my husband's a trapper tanner, does taxidermy, but I'm just saying it does not have a pleasant aroma. So if you are really a scent person, probably not going to be on your list of things, but if you're a skin person and can overlook the scent, this stuff's good. So well, that's my feedback on that. This is just a little razor scraper for when you're cleaning your house. I go through at least 3 of these a year because I break them. I get aggressive when I clean. I don't know why. It's just what happens. All right, we don't have, I've got actually 3 more bags on here, but we're almost through the 2 bags I wanted to get through. So if y'all are hanging with me and y'all are cool to hang with me, we'll just keep it going. Do I smell Old Spice? Look at me. No, I'm on a horse. Look at me. That's what came to my mind when he said that. This is rosemary mint. And this is a hair mask. I just went like health and well crazy the other day because I wanted to try a lot of these because it was going to be my last big order. This is still some of that last executive order, exclusive order. If it makes you, that's how long it took to get here. I've got like $20 back in late payments. Okay, this, okay, it does, okay. I can't tell if I'm smelling my hands from the other one or the... Ew, it's all stuck on the lid. Hang on, let me scrape it off. Ew. Okay, put that in the trash pile. Bye. Okay, now let's smell this. Okay, that's actually not unpleasant. Okay, this is a rosemary hair and skin mask. You can use it on your hair, you can use it on your skin. It's made for your hair. Once again, if you have sores in your head or you have psoriasis or anything like that, don't use rosemary, ginger, or cinnamon because it pulls the blood up to your scalp and that'll just make your issue worse. But if you have a dry scalp that is healthy but dry, and you're wanting to promote thicker hair and stronger and prettier hair, rosemary, ginger, cinnamon, they're all your friends. Just FYI, do your research when you're working with these herbal things. Okay, let's see. I dropped something over here. Oh, I got a keratin conditioner from Rosino. I love the Rosino brand that TEMU has. They just have such amazing stuff. I've not bought anything from Rosino that I do not like. Oh, for curly hair, they have curly hair sprays. So you can, after your hair gets about 80% dry after the tub or shower, you can put a curly hair spray on it and put your bonnet on. I actually sleep in a bonnet too. And it will make my hair really wavy, but it will define people that have curly hair. I've tried 3 different types of curl stuff. And if you would like, I can do a short on the 3 different type of curl stuff that I've used. I've used 2 of them so far, and they've both made my hair wave. I'm going to use them and then rag curl my hair, roll my hair, and see if they really help hold the curl, and they're really as good as they say they are. But I can definitely suggest the one that I tried that I really liked, because if it made my hair wave, it was doing something good, because my hair is just heavy and thick and doesn't do anything but just look like a triangle on my head. Okay, so this is keratin conditioner. It just smells like any other conditioner. It doesn't smell like anything special. But this has got keratin and it's very thick. Like it's thick. It's like Blizzard of Dairy Queen thick. This is supposed to be extremely great for extremely taxed hair. I'm going to try it. I've not bought anything from the Rosino line that I have not loved. So the Rosino, I don't think you can go wrong buying Rosino products. They've all worked phenomenal for me. What in the crap? It wouldn't be a TEMU haul if I didn't buy jewelry. Is that jewelry? I don't know what it is. It looks like jewelry. What are you? That is the smallest, tiniest little thing I've ever seen. Do you see that? Let's see if I can do this, y'all. This may take more hand-eye coordination than I have. I see a little tiny lock. I've been buying a lot of key and lock jewelry lately. That was half funny. I'll give you like a half a giggle at that Lego comment. That was funny. Oh, it's a very dainty little necklace. It must have been stainless or I wouldn't have bought it. I'm one of those weird people that doesn't like to buy jewelry unless it's stainless. Although I may have bought it just to match the little earrings I got. But it's just a very dainty little lock pendant. Very dainty. Very dainty. Very, very dainty. Kim, if this doesn't fit my neck, I'll give it to you. It's very cute though, but let's just all pray it goes around my neck. I was a power lifter in high school, so my shoulders are like as broad as my husband's. I don't know that I've ever seen any like dupe Lego stuff on TEMU, to be quite honest, but that's hilarious. It made me laugh. I got just regular French tips for the weeks I want to be boring. Somehow I don't like pink, but I always end up buying pink nails. I don't know why. I don't understand it. It just happens. Don't blame me. Now these are pretty. These are brown glitter tipped. More my style. I'm more of a natural colored person. You have something in this, and then I have two very pretty sets of nails I'm going to show you, but I have a shirt that's going to match one of those sets of nails perfectly. Ooh, did you leak? I think he leaked. Ew. Ew. Now I can't get you open. It leaked and now I can't get it open. This is a Rosino. Is it Rosino? No. It is a different brand, and it is a coconut, like a coconut oil perfume. Definitely smells like coconut. I can't get it open because I need to wash it because it leaked in transit and it has a seal. But it's a little tiny coconut oil. It smells. It took the nasty scent off my hand, so I guess that's a positive. So that's good. And again, I get a bunch of items. It takes me a while to try them out, but as I try them, I try to do shorts or other videos to let you know how they work. Go ahead and fall off the table, I don't care. I got these because I got a shirt that's going to match these perfectly. I thought these were so cute. I love stars. Stars are a navigational beacon. Where I was a parole officer or a counselor for so many years, I kind of still like stars. I have stars tattooed on my back because I was like a navigational guide for people in trouble for most of my career. So I love these. I've got a shirt. I've got two shirts, actually. These are going to match perfectly. I don't know how long I'll make peace with them because they're a little bit longer than I like. But then I went completely crazy and got these absolutely gorgeous nails. They're green and flowery. And they're probably, well, they're not the longest ones I've put on, but they're pretty long. I like the shorter ones because I do a lot of crafts and stuff. But these are gorgeous. These are gorgeous. So those are those 3 bags. I'm supposed to have a sponsored craft haul in here. They gave me another sponsored craft haul. And I just don't know if that's the big bag that it arrived in or not. But let's just kind of get through some more of this crap while we're going. This bag is very small. It doesn't have very much in it. If it is the craft stuff, I'll have to put it back down. But I don't think it is, but it has static electricity and plastic in there. Oh no, it's more health and wellness. We should have all guessed that. I mean, seriously. What are you? Boy, this bag smells loud. What are you? Are you more lights? Did I get more lights? Okay, if you ever watch my channel, you know that I buy canvases to put on barn lumber to make art, and I buy tons of solar lights and tons of fairy lights for my house. I don't know what this is. Oh yeah, I do. It's a soldering gun. Never mind, I bought a soldering gun for my crafts. There we go. Not anything super interesting. Let's see what this is. This is Ilho rosehip oil. Now I'm using a rosehip wax rub that goes on under your eyes and on your face. Rosehips are like the most potent vitamin C that you can use during the winter months. They're great. If you can get hold of rosehip jelly or rosehip lotion, or get it, it's great for your skin. It's going to do wonderful things for you, and it's so potent in vitamin C. It's going to really help you if you have seasonal affective disorder. Yes, I have my master's in psychology. I can totally tell you that. This is a spray rosehip oil, a pump. And I really liked my other rosehip, but it's a wax that I have to roll on. So I thought, well, I'm going to get this. I have had so much stuff on my hands. They're all going to, let's put it up here so it doesn't stink as bad. Come on. Fill the pump up. You can do it. I believe in you. Here we go. Hey. Okay. Yeah, that's, smells like faint of rosehip. And it's good for your face. Let's see what it does for my face. My face needs all the help it can get. I have no makeup on. I've had one of those days, so I've not done anything. If you want to see with the makeup on, you're going to have to catch me on a good day or watch a short where I have makeup on. Yeah, that's it's very moisture rich. It has a very nice fragrance to it, and it's the Ilho brand rosehip oil. And like I said, if you ever want to find anything, you can just screenshot. You can pause and screenshot, and then put this in the search bar at TEMU, and they'll find it for you. Make TEMU do the work for you. What you really should do is make TEMU do the work for you. I mean, the one good thing is, boy, my analytics and algorithm is going to be up ginormously after all these trolls. This is skin firming serum. Okay, somebody had asked me about this, and I said, well, I'll try it. So I bought it. It was a Rosino product, Rosino skin firming serum. Somebody had asked me about it. I said, no, I haven't tried it, but I will if you want me to. The rose hip, you can put rose hip oil anywhere you want. Well, within reason, ladies, don't go crazy with it. But I mean, it's really like it's not going to hurt you anywhere. Just only eat the edible ones, the edible versions. That smells minty, and it has the niacinamide or whatever they say, peptides, rose hips, hyaluronic acid. Got a whole bunch of stuff. It says it has plant stem cells and peptides in it as well. Challenge accepted. We shall see. I will be trying this, and we shall do like daily photos and see if it works. I will let you know if it's worth the money. I don't want y'all to waste your money, so I kind of try these things so that y'all know what's good to buy and what's not, and so that you don't waste your money. What in the crap did I get here? My back is killing me. My back is killing me. I set the goth makeup that I did the other day on my short to "Living Dead Girl" by Rob Zombie. thought that was pretty classy. This is Unicraftel. Anyway, I'll show you the label in a minute. It's weird. If I can get it off the box. Okay, here we go. Unicraftel. However, if you want to look it up, pause, screenshot, and put it in the search bar on TEMU. Oh, these are basins. These are like earring and bracelet basins. I do a lot of, like I said, bone and teeth jewelry. I am Cherokee, so get over it. One thing that I found that I thought was really neat. Gosh, my back. Let me open this and see if it's what it is. But my neuromuscular disorder is kicking my butt today. I mean, absolutely kicking my butt today. Okay, is they send these little pull bracelets, and you can hook them. They've got the jump rings right there, and you hook them onto the little basins, and you have a little basin pull ring, stainless steel, and I can do dried flowers and teeth and bones in there for the tribe and other people, and I thought, wouldn't that be adorable? And I really like, y'all know I really like the I think they call them snake bracelets. I'm not sure, but they've got they tighten by that. I really thought that would be cute for some of my native crafts to get everybody ready for the powwows and stuff next year. So I'm going to try my hand at some of those. They come also with a little, what do they call these? Oh, Denise tried to tell me how to pronounce this one time, and I failed you, Denise, because I don't remember. Is it cabochon? Anyway, the little domes, but I don't ever use the domes. I just resin them in, and then I use UV resistant jewelry holders so that they don't tarnish or turn. Okay, Michael, thank you for sharing. You came out of the corner and shared with the group. I'm proud of you. Thank you for giving us that information. Certainly not going to judge your whole personality on one post. Even though most people come here and judge my whole personality on my accent. These are just little pendant pinchers, and they're actually silver plated. They're stainless steel silver plated. And these are just, you put pendants on and you pinch them and put them on necklaces. These come in handy. Sometimes I need them, sometimes I don't. So good morning. It's good night here, Erin. Thank you. No, void memes. Sorry. Some people have brain cells. Okay, these are really cute too. These are actually wood, and you can turn them into necklaces. They also have the domes that you can put over them, but I don't use these. I normally use these as decorations on dream catchers and stuff. But I thought, wouldn't that be nice to resin something in dried flowers, especially maybe do a dried flower motif and turn it into earrings or necklace. They're really light. They're wood. That would be really pretty. Ooh, I bet you Menopause and Madness would love a pair of wildflower resined wood earrings. Oh, that would be awesome. Girl, if you watch this, I got you. I know she loves wood jewelry, and that would make her so happy. I'm going to totally try to remember to do that. I bought dried flowers, too. Sometimes I go out and dry my own flowers, but it's honestly, it's just a lot easier to buy them already dried. Okay, so I'm fixing to show you some sentimental crap. So everybody get your Kleenexes out and get prepared. I mean, I'm going to show you the other stuff first, though. So let me get the other stuff out first. Hang on, I'm a-digging. Okay. Okay, so all of these are the same, but I'm going to show you one. These are also for my crafting. Ow, my bag. I have a toolbox coming in for my new jewelry craft because all my other jewelry things are full. So I got me a toolbox, and it comes with little things. So as I finish my jewelry, I can put them in their little oxidation boxes and just keep them. So that way, when I get ready to go places next year, or I have to go meet somebody from the tribe, I can just pick up my toolbox and go. I thought, how cute. And it's bright green. And I'm so tickled about that because I love green. Look at this. These are already put together. The others are just separate, but I thought it might be easier to put them under the light separate and then just put the jump rings on them. These have got the basins on them that you can fill in. They're already together. They're those little pinch pull bracelets. These are stainless steel. And I love these. I think these are going to be so cute. And y'all, what I'm going to put in there is probably raccoon or bobcat teeth and probably a couple of little wildflowers, dried wildflowers to pop some color. And I'm going to resin them in because if you ever wear anything into a dancing or costume class at a powwow or a meeting, a communal meeting, you have to have a natural element. So I'm going to put a natural element in there for all of my tribe family members so that they can wear these in their dances. Okay, don't know where I put what came in that, but it's around here somewhere. Okay, now I'm going to show you my sentimental stuff. So everybody grab your Kleenexes. Actually, now probably most of these won't because I don't think I have most of my normal people in here. Turn the heat back on. It's hot here today. It's been like close to 60 here today, and I don't understand this weather at all. All I know is Mother Nature, technically, according to the DSM-5, the diagnostic manual, is bipolar. Okay, so these are little tiny silver rings. And they're not something you would wear every day and probably not end up putting them on a necklace. But this is a little red garnet for my husband. Ta-da! This is a little faux emerald for me. Ta-da! Hold on, I'm not done yet. Let me switch those two. Hang on. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Hang on. I don't know. It's harder to get in these bags with or without nails on. I don't know. I've done it both ways, and I swear I can't do it either way. Okay, so me and my husband, and then my firstborn granddaughter, her birthstone. Hang on. We're not done yet. Not done yet. Baby girl twin that's going to be born in late March, most likely. I'm banking on late March because she's not going to make it to April the 4th because she's carrying twins. So I'm pretty sure I won't have to replace these. But if I do, they're super affordable. And I'll probably end up putting them on a necklace. And then baby boy that's coming in March. So there's me and my husband and all our grandbabies on my ring, my pinky ring finger. And isn't that adorable? Those are very cute. Those are very cute. I'm sitting here talking about grandchildren, my husband, and you ask a question like that. Are you stupid? That's a better question. Are you stupid? So look at that. We never see sunsets because I live on the top of the mountain and all we see is like the mist and the fog. We very rarely get really pretty sunsets here. Sometimes we catch a pretty one, but it's rare because we're just at the edge of the plateau in Tennessee and it's just everything kind of just hangs there and it blocks us from seeing a lot of the pretty sunsets. I have 2 more bags, but I swear I think one of them is my craft haul and that means it has to wait until I can do the... Yeah, that's part of my craft haul. Is that part of my craft haul? I'm pretty sure it's part of my craft haul. Yeah, that's part of my craft haul. Let me see if the other is part of my craft haul. Because I'll have to do an actual video for that. Let me check this one. Because the craft haul is sponsored. I plan on visiting a lot of weird places in my older years if my neuromuscular disorder doesn't kill me. So I'm sure I'll see some pretty sunsets at some point. When we do get a pretty one up here, it's very pretty, especially if you go to some of our overlooks. But it's just, we don't always get them because of the air quality and where we are and the atmosphere and where the air quality, the bad stuff hangs. So let's see if this is the rest of my craft haul, if this is other crap. Oh, this is other crap. I can show this to you. Okay, I got more of that faux trim. This is the black faux trim like I put in the bathroom. It's not my absolute favorite, but it works. The pearlescent copper trim that I got looks just like wood when I put it down. It looks awesome against the wainscoting on my walls, and I've been tickled with it. Where's the opener? Here it is. This is the black that I've been putting in the bathroom. And when you get it on it, it really does look just like wood. I was amazed. You can buy the pearlescent copper for $1 and a penny a foot right now if anybody's interested. They are having a huge sale on the trim stuff. So I went and bought more of the copper. And I've hauled this, I don't know how many times. But it's just copper. I've got a piece around here somewhere I can show you where to put it. Doggone it. Where to put it? Where to put it? Oh, there it is. That's what it looks like. And literally when you get it down and the light hits it, it looks just like flipping wood, only it doesn't cost like $4 a freaking inch or foot. I got a little bit of raffia to put in a couple of the smaller presents to just add a pop of color to the little mommy bag I'm making for my daughter's baby shower. And I got me a butt ton of hair bows because I lose these. And whoever finds them, I hope you enjoyed them because I rarely get to use one twice. And the rest of this is just the foam trim. I bought literally enough foam trim to finish the bathroom and the hallway. See what's in this bag. More raffia. Oh, these are stretch laces for tennis shoes. So I've got multiple pairs of gym shoes that I use in my physical therapy. And I hate lacing them up. I hate lacing them up because they're those stretchy ones. And I was like, if I just had these, I could just put them on and loop them and then just slide my foot in and out. So I got some of these. I don't know. This is the first time I ever tried these. I don't know how they're going to work. I certainly will give you feedback. You're supposed to be able to slip your foot right in your shoe, and they're not going to give you any problems. So I'll tell you how they work as soon as I try them. I have made such a mess in here. Oh my gosh. My kitchen is destroyed. Oh, I have a good sub base, but it's just a small sub base. I'm only getting trolled because I refuse to monetize for YouTube and they're mad at me. They can just suck a big one as far as I care. Okay, the rest of this is the trim. I literally bought like 10 rolls of this stuff because this stuff is amazing. I'm probably going to use it in some craft projects as well, so that stuff's amazing. Then I found these awesome earrings. They're octagons with little basins in them. These are octagons with little basins in them. They're kind of smashed in there, but you can see it, and they're on the shepherd's hooks. And then I found some that are like the triangle, like the weird shaped triangle with the basins in the middle. Gonna do more of those dried flowers and bone jewelry and stuff like that with those. They're really light. I think they'll be really good for people's ears. I always have gifts for people because I craft so much. So, but I've not crafted a lot this winter because I've been so busy doing all of my physical therapy and stuff. So I think the rest of this may actually just be trim. Hang on. I mean, I bought literally a bunch of trim so I could replace and patch and until we redo the floor in the bathroom, which is coming. We're gonna have to redo it, but I don't even want to think about construction. We've done so much construction. I just don't want to think about it. Don't want to forget. Oh, here's something. Okay, that's cool. This is something I hadn't showed you. Let me check and make sure I don't have anything else down in here. No, I think that's it. That's all trim. These are really cute. This is something that I think will be really enjoyed by people. So these are little tiny rings, and you can stretch them to fit any size hand. But they've got 2 little basins in them, and you can do a lot of resin stuff with that as well. So I think I got 10 of these, 6 or 10 of these, I don't know. But the fact that they're adjustable and can kind of fit anyone's hands, and they're open, so I can do whatever resin work I want to do in there. I really think if I could find those little tiny mini daisies, like a little pink and a little white daisy in each one would be adorable. But I'm going to try to do a little bit more weird jewelry stuff this year. I did a lot of dream catchers and a lot of ceremonial sticks last year. And I think I want to do more jewelry this year and test myself and just see kind of what I come up with. I did a lot of sewing last year as well. I don't want to do a lot of sewing this year. It's not my favorite thing to do. Hand sewing. I don't like to hand sew. So, but I'm going to be making a lot of stuff for the tribes and try to meet with them probably as soon as I get back from seeing my daughter after she has the twins. So. I'm sure being pigeonholed does get old. I get pigeonholed a lot. People come on here and they think I'm stupid. They think I'm an idiot because I don't want to put on makeup. I don't want to put in makeup. I don't want to waste my good makeup for a screen. I mean, I know y'all are real people out there, but it's not like I'm with you all and getting an energy swap. I'm just trying to show you products. So it's kind of a waste of my good makeup, you know? If I've had a day where I've had to go out, then you'll see me looking better, but I don't care. I've had a really bad day with my neuromuscular disorder, so I get pigeonholed a lot too. I get told I'm stupid because I twang, but I have a dying dialect of Appalachia. I'm very proud of it, and so it doesn't bother me that other people don't understand it. It is what it is. I am, from what the linguistics professor told me, like some of the words and phrasings we still use are like just 2 generations from the crown when they sent the Irish slaves over. And yes, they were slaves. They were not indentured servants. There were some that were just fly blank slaves. And but the funny thing about that a lot of people don't know about Appalachia is that from the spice trades and the slave trades and the Irish slaves and the Irish indentured servants and the Spanish conquistadors, when everything happened in Appalachia, a lot of people broke and went down into the little hollers and the little hidey holes and made communities of their own. And they didn't care what color, ethnicity, culture you were. They just became family groups. And so we don't have a very homogenous area. We have a very vibrant and eclectic area with like we have almost every continent represented in Appalachia genealogy. And if you know of the Melungeon tribe, you know that that's true because the Melungeons have got Spain, Western European, Eastern European, and African in them. And my mother, if you ever see my mother's skin tones on some of the videos she's in, she has a bluey skin tone. That is there's a little tip of that Melungeon. There's not very many Melungeons left. If you've never read about the Melungeons, you should go and read about the Melungeons. There are just very few left, and they normally are on the edge of North Carolina up into Virginia. It's a very interesting tribe, but it proves how diverse and eclectic Appalachia really was. And that when all these wars broke out and people just wanted to live, they just ran to the hills and hollers and they fell in love. It didn't matter what color, ethnicity, race they were. They fell in love with who they fell in love with. And so we have a very diverse, eclectic background here in Appalachia. A lot of people don't understand that. They want to say we're just racist, white idiots. We actually have more continents represented in our little area than almost anywhere else in the world. And it was because this was one of the first places, along with North Carolina, to be truly try to be tamed and settled. And they brought all those people over to tame the wilderness because the rich kingsmen didn't want to do the hard work. So when all the wars broke out, everybody that was, not being treated well ran for the hills and hollers and made their own family groups. So we have got a very eclectic group of people here in Appalachia. I've done my genealogy. I have 4 different types of Native American in me, along with Irish and Scottish. I have just a tiny bit of German, but I mean, it just barely showed in the genealogy. But so my father is basically Scots-Irish, and my mother is a conglomerate of Cherokee and Lenape tribes, which are derivatives of Cherokee. So, and those originally came from the Delaware tribe up north. So I'm actually of a very prominent tribe up north. So it's very interesting. If you've never read about it, go read about the Melungeons. It's very interesting. You'll learn a lot about this area and actually how welcoming and diverse it is. You'll really find out a lot about Appalachia. So I just challenge everybody to put a wrinkle in your brain. Before you put a nasty comment, put a wrinkle in your brain. I mean, I don't mind nasty comments if they make me think, but purely stupid ones just irritate me, especially after the careers I've had. I don't have time for stupid people. I really like my sub base that comes here and likes to talk and likes to mull things over and have good conversations. But for some reason, I'm getting troll traffic here lately. Don't know why. But it is just what YouTube's doing. The algorithm's doing its thing. It's not the algorithm, let's be honest. It's just hateful people pushing buttons. But, we'll get through it because trolls are, the sphincter police, and they don't have many friends. So we'll get through it here in another few days. It's not a big thing. So, well, thank you. I try to make good points. I try not to be stupid. But it's been very difficult the last little bit. I'm native. I'm indigenous. Thank you very much. I'm pretty sure you have eyes. But the last little bit, there's been so much troll traffic. It's been very irritating. It's just been irritating. It's frustrating because, not to me, like, I supervised murderers for a decade. It just kind of glasses over me. But for my subgroup, I have really good quality people here. And I just hate that they have to dig through the minutia. Because it's not necessary. It's absolutely not necessary. But unfortunately, we live in a world, in a society, to where everybody that's above 8 has a smartphone and thinks they own the world and can dictate everybody else's life and say whatever they want on the internet. Honey, your ISP address never changes. So let me tell you something of my time in law enforcement. Your ISP, listen, it never changes. They can always find you, no matter how many profiles or how many times you change your name or how many times you try to do a delete all online. It never changes. So if you do something really stupid online, they're going to be able to find you. And I try to educate everybody about that, because some people come here and they say really horrible things that if perhaps I had been someone's younger daughter that was not being supervised that got online, it could turn into a criminal issue. And I try to remind people, your ISP address never changes. So don't think you can do things and then go hide. Don't think you can do things and go move or go use the McDonald's Wi-Fi. No, honey, that is labeled. It is almost glued into your butt, your ISP address. It is assigned to you. They will find you. So these people that come and do these really stupid things online, I'm like, just wait till the laws catch up with the internet, because let me tell you what, I've sat through a lot of court dates where they've already put people in prison for behaviors online. It's not a pleasant thing to see. But I try to educate you all and let you know, kind of what's going on, current events, and I talk to you about my culture. I live in a very backwoods Appalachian town, but we're a very good, solid people. I do have my master's in psychology. I did work in forensic psychology in the penal system for a long time. I actually worked with juvenile offenders before that. I had a boy attack me with an axe when we were felling timber to make our cabins. We lived in I was a wilderness boot camp counselor. So I have a neuromuscular disorder, which has now disabled me. I have a issue much like MS, but a little bit worse. Some days I can't walk really well, and some days I don't have good control over coordination, and I go to grab the milk in the fridge and miss it completely. So I have a neuromuscular disorder. Before that, I halter broke show cattle, trained horses, shod horses by my dad, who was a blacksmith, and hog hunted. I hunted wild boar, did taxidermy, did meat processing, butchering. I grew up on a farm. You know, I knew how to harness up a 6-horse team before I was in kindergarten. So I live a different lifestyle, and I would like for you all to come and enjoy and ask me questions about this and learn a little bit about my lifestyle, and then in response to you, I'll ask you about yours, and we can learn about each other and find things about each other we can enjoy and appreciate, even if it's, we don't really care for each other's maybe ideologies or goals in life. You can still find something about everyone to appreciate. So I try to find something about everyone to appreciate, and I would like for them to understand and find something about the Appalachian way of life that they can appreciate. So, Hillbilly Heart. It's pretty self-explanatory. And I am a very nice person, but I do have a done button, and YouTube's getting terribly close to it. And so I'm very tempted to go to a different platform to get away from the troll traffic. Just because, listen, I went through 6 years of college. I put a lot of wrinkles in my brain, and I don't want to be surrounded by stupid people. I have a really great quality subgroup here. They're excellent people, and they're thinkers, and I love that. But I do have some people that pilfer through and just try to create animosity and issues. YouTube is the worst platform for that, so I've been thinking very seriously about going to Odyssey. I already have a Brighteon channel, but I've been thinking very seriously of going to Odyssey and just starting all over, because I just don't enjoy this trail traffic. Tennessee. I am a retired Tennessee parole officer. Although I did interstate compact, so I have actually supervised people from probably about 44 states. So, Tennessee, born and raised. So, my mother was actually originally from Indiana, but my papa worked on the railroad, so he went from Indiana to Tennessee, and that's how I got the Delaware tribe into my blood. My mother was up there. That's where the Delaware tribe had kind of spread out. Then her family came down here, and that's how I became me. So that is my story. So I'm very honored to have part of the Delaware tribe within me. I'm Lenape, which is a derivative of Cherokee, but I look like my Irish dad. But that's okay, because when I go to the powwows, I'm just everybody's brother and sister. They don't discriminate. I have done the Dawes Registry. If you think you have native blood and you can register with your tribe, you need to go to the Dawes Registry and see if you can pull up your genealogy. They will help you, and you can track down your genealogy and register with your tribe. That's a good bit of information as well. Cherokee Nation is one of the best Facebook groups if you want to follow the Cherokee tribe. That's one of the best ones to follow the Cherokee tribe. But there are tons of Native and Indigenous Facebook groups out there. So, well, trolls can't give things a chance because they're just aggressive, anxious, defensive, posturing people that, fill an empty void with hate. And if you're filling an empty void with hate, all you're doing is damaging your own soul and your own brain and your own mind and your own life. So, we just block them and let them go on, because I don't like that toxicity here. I believe that energetic swaps are very important, and I don't like troll traffic. I don't like people that are disrespectful. I had a badge for a long time, so I am a rule follower, and I don't like people that are disrespectful. I don't mind different ways of thinking, but you need to say it in a positive, and accommodating fashion for everyone that's here. Oh, well, the people that come through and say nasty things are trolling. So, but maybe we found a few newbies that will stick with us. And if you like the channel, if you like me, I'm going to be doing some artwork over the next few days as my back allows. It's kind of health health related. If my health allows me, I will try to do stuff. If it doesn't, then I don't. This is my craft curio. It is crammed full with projects to do this winter. The rest of my house does not look like this, I promise. But I normally do crafts, and I do native crafts, and then just some other cute crafts. I'm known for the gnomes that I make. And you can blame Gypsy. She turned me on to the detergent bottle gnomes with denim coverings. I've got four Gain bottles over there, too small, too big. Too small and too large, that I'm going to be turning into gnomes with the little pockets on the front where they can put like a little heart for Valentine's Day or a fishing pole for summer, or, you know, I'm going to totally be doing and I'm going to make the beards out of actual real fur because my husband's a trapper and tanner here in Appalachia. We still have plenty of wild predators. Good Lord, there's bears that go through my yard at least twice a winter because they like to bite and knock bears are like drunken toddlers. They have to leave you a calling card when they walk through your yard. They have to knock something over or smack something down or bite something that's metal. And you're like, oh, there was a bear here last night. Dadgummit. But my husband works with the Wildlife Resources Agency to trap nuisance animals. We don't trap to eradicate. We don't ever want to see eradication happen to any animals. But for farm acreages or large lands that have gotten out of balance with a predator-prey population, they will request him to go and help get the numbers back down so that the predator-prey ratio is better and the land can be healthier. So he does a lot of that. And I get a lot of crap for that, but it's just a way of life here. We still live in a very wild place. So that's just the way, you know, it's the way we do. Javier, my favorite food. Well, right now, we trapped a hog a couple weeks ago. So we've got wild hog sausage, and it's really good. I prefer wild meat as opposed to store-bought meat. So the wild hog sausage has been my favorite breakfast for the last couple of weeks. I've made it in about every way you can make sausage. So, but we still eat out of the woods. We eat a lot of deer. We eat a lot of hog. We're a very nature grounded family. And a lot of it is because of my culture. And my husband was raised in, he was raised in the same country way. There was a man named Kermit Me and Mad. If you name yourself after Kermit the Frog, you should be nice. He sings the Rainbow Connection. What are you doing using Kermit's name in vain? How dare you? Oh, Lord. Yeah, the coyotes in Texas are kind of scrappy, and y'all have got them kind of under control up here. And I'm just here to tell you, I've talked with the USDA and the TWRA and a couple of professors that study the coyotes. Dan Flores is the man that wrote a book called Coyote America. It's a great book about how the coyote has changed through America and how it presents itself in each region. Well, we know that the large, this is going to sound so funny, but the large blonde beavers from Saskatchewan and Canada have genetically bred down into our area, because now instead of getting 25 to 40 pound, normal size Tennessee beavers out of, we get like 80-pound ones. And so we know that they've bred down. We've sent in teeth and skin samples, and we know that has genetically happened. We give a lot of stuff to the UT wildlife biology groups and the vet groups and stuff like that. So we try to help with conservation and making sure that we know genetically how the wildlife is moving. Well, our coyotes are starting to get a very thick lion's mane, almost all the way around the collar on their neck, which is a gray wolf trait. If you know anything about animals, you know that that's a gray wolf trait. And so I've been trying to talk to a lot of professionals in that region going, are we getting the genetics of the gray wolf farther south than you're telling? Because our coyotes are, an average coyote in most of North America, and especially in the eastern side of North America, the Southwest, they're smaller, but in the eastern side, they're going to be average of 27 to 32 pounds, male and female. We routinely get them 45 to 65 pounds. It's like having a German Shepherd after you went. And I've been stalked on trail rides when I was younger and riding horses. I've been stalked by coyotes, and you have to get the high ground and, make them have to bum rush you, but you have to get the high ground and get back to be safe. But, so I think the gray wolf has bred down because I've noticed this huge, thick lion's mane on all these coyotes, and the size are getting bigger. And I've noticed a difference in the canine construction in their teeth. And so we pulled some skin samples and some hair samples and some tooth samples and sent them in last year. And I don't have a definitive answer back on that yet, but I'm very excited to see if the gray wolf has bred this far south. I believe genetically it has. And I'm just really interested to see if that's something that I was right about, because I have a hunch about that. I have done a lot of work with wildlife. I grew up training horses and showing beef cattle, halter breaking bulls. And I've worked with animals my whole life. And I don't remember an age where I wasn't in the woods hunting with my dad. My dad taught me to hunt at a very young age. And I'm law enforcement. So it was just natural progression for me. When they had us at the police academy and everybody else was struggling to load their, I call them clips, but they want to call them magazines. When everybody else was struggling to load their clips and get their X number of rounds off and hit within a certain point, I was done way before everybody else, wondering what the crap was taking them so long. But it's because this is my life. This is how my life has been lived. I've lived it in a rural place where you have to be, well adjusted with firearms and understand, the wild animals. So, I'm the only good live on right now. Well, yay. Do I get a trophy? Oh, Lord. But I'm excited to find out if genetically the gray wolf has bred down this far. I've actually talked to the school where Dan Flores used to be a professor. And actually, I have an autographed book. I have an autographed Dan Flores copy of Coyote America. That's how much, I am a huge advocate for balance in nature and understanding conservation and understanding what happens when it gets out of whack and how the animals suffer, when it's out of whack. So we try to teach and educate people, but a lot of people that have never walked on anything but pavement or concrete, they don't understand the country. They don't understand the cycle of predator prey and how the land can get very sick if it's not a good balance. And so I get a lot of hate from a lot of people, but I don't care. I don't care. I supervised murders for a decade. I just don't care. But I do try to educate and let you all have a brief glimpse into our lives we live here in Appalachia. You will be a Lego trophy. Well, thank you. But I want people to get a glimpse of this. It may not be your cup of tea, but it may be a cup of tea that you need to sip for 5 seconds to put a wrinkle in your brain so that you have knowledge about someone else's region rather than just have a void. You can never hurt yourself learning about others and their lifestyles. You can only benefit yourself because it only promotes understanding. Even if you ideologically or physically just don't agree with them, you still have an understanding. You have a glimpse of that lifestyle. So, I supervised murders for a long time. Every murderer that I supervised, I had to find something. I had to find a redeemable quality within them so that I can help make them a productive member of society. So when people come on here and they're so quick to judge me because of the twang that I have sometimes or because of where I'm located, I know right there that that's instantly a person with a very deep void within themselves, because you don't hurt others unless you're hurting yourself. And so sometimes I try to be compassionate, but other times there are some people that just do it with a very evil intention, and I have no time for that. I learned how to feel people out a very long time ago, and I don't play any games, and I just don't have time for that. But I do enjoy the people to come back and genuinely want to engage in conversation and learn and help me learn. I don't know everything. I rely on you. I have friends that fill my blind spots because I don't know everything. That's why you should always have friends that are different than you that fill your blind spots. I have bonus kids. I am because I was an officer and an educator in the area, and I was well known, and I did a lot of after school tutoring with AmeriCorps. A lot of the parents in the area trusted me with their children. We did after school tutoring and programs so that factory worker parents didn't have to have kids go home to an empty house. They could pick them up after tutoring with me, so the kids they were monitored. So I got a bonus name of Mama Liz in my area. I have like 750 bonus children, and I enjoy that. And I built that trust within my community. I have bonus children that are gay, that are trans, one that is fully transitioned. I have such an eclectic group of people. One of my favorite bands is Queen. I have Freddie Mercury all over me. I'm a fat girl in Appalachia with Freddie Mercury all over me. Do you think I fit in here very well? No. But I make myself part of this community because this is where I was born. But I'm just me. You should be you, whoever you are. You should be you, no matter the people around you and the pressures that they put upon you. You have to be you. If you're not going to authentically be yourself, you're not going to have a happy life. You're going to have a very desolate void feeling, and that is what prompts people to get online and attack others. They don't know who they are. They don't understand the feeling that they're having. They don't understand the emptiness. And so they fill it because they're anxious, they get defensive, and they fill it with defensive posturing online. And to me, that might as well be a great ape in the zoo flinging poo, because that's what you're acting like. We as humans have much more, appropriate skills to learn how to communicate with each other and work through differences. So my view of Donald Trump, I like his business ethics and the way that he runs the country as a business. I don't necessarily care for some of his behaviors and mannerisms. I would like to kick him in the butt for doing warp speed, because I think that was one of the worst things that he ever did. I think that any politician, by the time they get to the level of presidency, they're crooked as a dog's hind leg, and we can trust very few of them. And I don't really identify with either side. I try to vote on who I think is going to be the best for society and who's going to keep the world going in a better way. And not try to start 5 gazillion wars and blow things up and have a son that takes Parmesan into the White House. So that's just kind of where I am. I look at people I want to see your motive. I want to see your intentions, your motive, and your actions. And that's what I'm going to take away from you. Those are the people that I watch. That's what I want to know. Your intentions, your motive, and your actions. That's what tells me who you are. I worked with a lot of kids that were in group homes because they could not be managed at their homes, so they were taken into state's custody, and they were violent and volatile according to the state. No, they had never learned to be loved. They had never learned to love themselves because they had never been shown love. Therefore, they didn't know how to show love to others. So a lot of the people that come on here that do that, they're very empty inside. They don't love themselves. They don't know how to show love because they've never been on the receiving end of love. And that's a sad thing. But in a world where everybody is talking to a flipping screen, and I try to be a little bit more compassionate, but we forget that the person on the other end is a real person. And so we feel that we can just unload all of our grief onto them and all of the irritation and animosity onto them. And that is not healthy at all. That is just going to, number one, create more antisocial behaviors, which normally turns into either borderline personality or sociopathic, possibly psychopathic tendencies. So it's a very unhealthy transition there. Out of the people that I supervised, probably 97% had either been trolls, bullies in school, or had a deficit of knowing how to communicate emotions. And so, it's just antisocial behavior. And we're turning into a world of antisocial behavior. And if we don't correct it, then it's just going to keep going down the crapper. So this is why I keep coming on here and battling the trolls and trying to meet new people and trying to meet new people that want to share, a visit into their world and a visit into my world, so that you can meet people that can teach you things that you can't learn in your area, because you're never going to hurt yourself opening yourself up to another person's lifestyle. You're only going to learn. Say happy birthday, Aubrey. Hope you had a great day. So that's what I'm here for. And if you enjoy this type of content and you like to have these kind of philosophical, theological, and sometimes rhetorical conversations, then feel free to come back. I do a lot of native crafts as well. I do a lot of funny crafts as well. And I do a lot of TEMU hauls. And some days I just get on here and just, chat with you. But I do try to have content that is going to help you advance yourself mentally and emotionally and become a better person. That's what I strive for. Did you pray? I pray every day. I even have on my little cross. There's my little cross. You have to pray every day in today's society. Do you not see the people that we're dealing with? I pray a lot. But so if you like this kind of content, please come back. If you're just going to be, a bully or someone that is going to run somebody off or someone that is just void of any kind of emotional aptitude, just, you just don't have to come back and tell us how stupid you are. We just let that one stand as knowledge. If you don't show back up, we realize you just stupid. You don't belong here. So, that's just who I am. Okay, so we went through like 5 bags of TEMU. I've got to do a pickup now because I've ruined my kitchen. So I'm going to do a pickup. Hopefully in the next couple of days, we'll start on a lot of these crafts that I have crammed in here. I put them in here in this curio so I will look at them every day and know that I had to get them finished. Has it prompted me yet? No, but I need to get it done. So I'm starting to get irritated at looking at this, so we're going to be getting this done. Starting probably tomorrow, if I can get the bottles to drain tonight, we're probably going to start with some of those denim gnomes tomorrow because those are going to be really cute and really easy to do. And then we'll advance probably through the weekend into some skull rattles and some native ceremonial sticks. So if you've never seen any of those be made or you're not familiar with any of that stuff and you would like to be, come on, visit back. All the skulls have been cleaned, sterilized, and I make them into very beautiful, almost spiritual rattles that they use in communal meetings. So they use them in the community house. And I'm very proud to have my stuff shared with the tribes and used by the tribes. I'm very proud of that. So I'm very proud to keep this way of life alive. Not everybody's cup of tea, and I understand that. Not everybody's my cup of tea. I just normally don't stick my thumb in other people's cup of tea. So if y'all don't like my cup of tea, just take your thumb away and go away. But if you do enjoy me, please come back when you see me live or come watch my videos when I post them. And join our very good family. We have a quality family here. So very nice to meet you all. I'm glad that you hung out through the TEMU haul and all the troll traffic. And maybe that will diminish over the next few days. It's just what it is. People are just people. And sadly, some people are lesser than others. And we see a lot of that online. And I hope that some of the people that were on here are trying to create hate out of emptiness. I hope they find somebody that can help them work through that. But it's just not going to be me. Can't bill your insurance anymore. Can't do counseling. And I ain't going to help you when you're in a butthole to me. So if you can be a kind human being, you're welcome back anytime in my world. You're the one that trolls friends. I don't mind. Now, a good joke every once in a while is fine. But now some of the stuff that I've been seeing the last few days is really bad. I believe that AI trolls all around. And of course, they have bot farms where these people literally sit and have like 40 screens and all they do is troll people. We live in a world where they just psychologically try to manipulate you. They just try to grab your nose and lead you by the nose and make you emotional so that you react in the way that they can justify their behavior. And I'm just like, no, I'm not into that. I saw that trick. It gets you 20 to life. Sorry, not doing that. So I'm just not somebody that's easily manipulated. So I just kind of go on and do my thing, and the trolls either get dipped by my mods or they just get tired of me ignoring them. So I have no idea who that is, but okay. I don't know. What am I yapping about? If you ain't got ears, you sit here and hear. Why do you even care what I'm yapping about? I think it's reasonable. I really think it's reasonable. I try to be. I'm a pretty laid back person. But some people get on here and they say stuff that is like almost criminal. And I normally report those because here's the thing. Your ISP address never changes. You will be found. Okay. I worked in law enforcement for a long time. Saw a lot of people tracked down. They didn't think they were going to get tracked down. Don't be stupid. Behave online. And do not do stupid things. Just shout out to teach everybody a lesson. Don't do stupid things online because repercussions can come. They don't currently have statute of limitations on a lot of internet crimes. So be very careful because the justice system is very flexible, which is something I didn't like about it. But it's very flexible depending on what their kick is for that year, So just be very careful about your behavior online because a lot of people don't understand that. You are traceable at all times. And a lot of people don't understand that. And it's like, I try to warn everybody and be like, this is not a good thing to do, but people still do that. So yeah, after being in law enforcement for as long as I was in law enforcement, I saw so many people go to jail not knowing they broke the law because they didn't take the time to read their state's annotated code, or the annotated code that is written for some of the crimes that are charged on the internet now. Put a wrinkle in your brain. Go read your state's annotated code. Understand how easy it is to do something stupid, to get in trouble, get a misdemeanor or a criminal. I mean, you can get a misdemeanor or a felony just literally by doing something really stupid. It's really easy to get in trouble. And once you get in the court system, they want you back in because you're money. You're guaranteed money. I'm just telling you, I worked in this. I was a probation parole officer, and I supervised the violent male offenders and the murderers. They want you to stay in that loop because you're money. They don't care if you get better. They don't care if you can be, good in society or productive member of society. They just want you back in trouble every year because they get money out of you. You're a cattle call to them. And yet people still say, oh, the man's against me. No, you put yourself in a stupid position, and then you can't get out of the web because they make it almost impossible to do paper. If you have probation, they make it almost impossible to do probation or parole successfully because they give you so many, they have special conditions if you're on parole, and then they have orders from the judge if you're on probation that you have to complete. And if you don't complete them, well, they just roll you over. They just violate your probation and keep you going. A 2-year sentence can end up costing you 8 years on paper. You would be better to go in and flatten and do your 7 months out of a year, do your 12. By the time you got good time, you probably do about a year. You'd be better to go in and flatten and come out than to try to do paper. But a lot of people try to do paper, and then they get caught in this, and they owe $35 to $50 a month for supervision, $35 to $50 a month for J-pay or phone calls to other family members they have in custody. They have to pay for their urine lab screens. They have to pay for their DNA swabs for their mouth. If they're sex offenders, they have to pay for their lie detector test. It's just they want you in the rackets. And the one thing I would love to tell people the most is it's so easy to be stupid enough to get caught in the web of the judicial system. It's so easy. And once you get in it, it's so hard to get out. So if I could recommend anything, it would be correct behaviors that are leaning onto the negative side of the law before you get caught, because it's very hard to get out of the web once they've got you, because you are a cash cow to them. You have a Thomas number, you become a piece of meat, and they make money off of you, and that's all you are. And I find it disgusting. That's one thing I did not like about the prison system. But it's also something that I try to tell people about so that they know. Super easy to get in trouble, super difficult to get off paper and out of trouble. So be smart. So, I mean, we just have people that come in and say such stupid things. And I mean, if you ever want to go and see what type of society we're living in, just go to one of those really famous Instagram people's lives and watch the comments. And you're like, oh, this is why the United States, like most kids that are graduating high school can only read at the 3rd grade level, and they can't do math. And we're, 60 years behind China at this point in education. And this is why, people identify as cats and want to poop in a litter box, but they can't be expected to have, manners. We've got a lot of correction to do in this society, and we have allowed certain things to go too far, and we have a lot of corrective responses that need to be made. But people don't understand how easy it is to get into trouble and get into, once you get on paper. Once you get a felony, you're screwed, because until you successfully complete your felony conviction sentence, you lose your right to vote. You can never own a firearm again. And believe it or not, they don't allow you to muzzleloader hunt anymore. You can only bow hunt, but not with a trigger pull, nope. You can't use a crossbow, only with a recurve. Sometimes the judge will approve a compound. So if you are a poor family that eats out of the woods and you get in trouble and you get a felony, well, you just ruined your whole family's winter, sustenance. They take away so many rights. Now, once you complete your sentence successfully, you can take a piece of paper and get your voting rights reinstated, but you can never own a firearm again. You can never have a weapon. There's so many things that and a lot of these kids growing up now, they don't understand the law because they've never read the law. They've never opened up their state.gov website and looked at the annotated code. They don't understand how easy it is to get in trouble. And I'm just like, y'all, your internet service provider address never changes. I don't care if you go to McDonald's to hook up. You're traceable. Please be careful what you do online, and please be appropriate. Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. The people, yeah, the world is controlled by the people that create the havoc, and that is something we also need to correct. Yes, I agree 100%. Yes, we have given the control. I mean, literally, the lunatics who run in the asylum. Masters of psychology, I can say that. But yeah, you're absolutely correct. Yeah. So it's really weird that a lot of people, don't understand that. But that if I could tell every person that runs through, go read your states, go to your state.gov website and read your annotated code for misdemeanors and low-level felonies, and then go sit one time in a criminal court. It's open to the public. Go sit one time in misdemeanor court, open to the public. Go sit one time in family court, open to the public. And watch how simplistic the things that occurred led to such horrendous issues. One little blip of a mistake cost someone 6 to 10 years of their life, if not more. That's what I would impose on people. Be very careful how you interact with people online, because you are traceable at all times. That's the one thing I learned from law enforcement. I used to help monitor the sex offenders. You are always traceable. You can always be found. You cannot hide. So just be careful how you present yourself online, and try to be a good human being. That's the biggest thing. Try to be a good human being. And just realize that accountability rarely comes lubricated. It's going to hurt. That's what I tell everybody. So at one point, you will be held accountable for your behavior. It may be in a court of law. It may be at the hands of somebody you pissed off. It may be when you split the pearly gates. I don't know. But consequences normally hurt. So I would rather somebody have a decent life and not have to run into those consequences. I would rather somebody be a decent person and not have to run into those consequences. So that can cause a lot of issues for people. It's very difficult to live in this economy. That's why we need to have good, strong communities to help each other. But it's hard to have good, strong communities to help each other when we can't communicate and people don't want to talk to each other and they don't care about other people. So I have a very strong community here on YouTube. I have great people. Like, we help each other. We're friends. I visit several of my subs. And we form great friendships. But if other people are only going to use this platform for hatred, we can't correct that unless we physically get to know the people around us and we generate more love than hate. And I think that's going to have to come from unplugging. I would not miss this if, like, the grid went down. I'd be like, cool beans. What am I going to do today? I'm going to read a book. I would be fine. But I would hope that other people would understand that this is not real life. This little internet world is not real life, but the person on the other side of the screen is. But it's much more beneficial for you energetically, physically, mentally, emotionally, to have contacts with real people in your community so that you feel safe in your community and you have avenues of help and aid should something occur. Because nobody on the internet is going to be there to help you when the crap goes down. Nobody. You better have good physical, connections with people. So that's all I'm here to say. I try to be positive and try to preach, preparedness and be kind, be good humans. It doesn't always happen. I don't always get the best troll traffic. I can get some really horrible people, but I find some gems too, and I think you might be a gem. So I hope you come back. Yeah, well, a lot of people are hurting, but a lot of the hurt we have in this world right now is self-inflicted, and it is done because of attention-seeking motives. And that's something that we need to correct as well. You don't always need attention. You don't always need to be the most important person in the room. And sometimes, we are herd animals. You're just in the herd and you just need to blend with the herd. There are times that you may need to stand out, but there are many times that you need to blend with society and be conducive and just go on. Just go on. So I hope that this world becomes a better place. I have hope. I have hope that as people see more of the evil, that it will wake them up and they will lean more toward the good. I don't know if that will happen. All I can do is prepare myself, and I'm good. I'm prepared. I'm ready to go. But I would hope that everybody would take stock of what's going on in this world and really self-evaluate and see, how are you? Do you have the appropriate friendships in your community? Do you have avenues of aid? Do you have people that can help you in case of emergency where you don't have the skill sets you may need? Do you have somebody else that has those skill sets? Do you know enough eclectic group, enough of, a diverse enough group of people that you can rely on them for aid should something occur? Because if you only have a group of people that are just like you're going to know how to do one thing and you ain't gonna last very long. So it's better to have an eclectic group of friends, a diverse group of friends that have many skills. So that's something that I hope people understand as well. I don't ever want to be in a room full of people that are just like me. That would be boring. I want my brain to be challenged. I want my personality to be, perked up. I want to learn things that I don't know. I want to understand aspects of other people's lives. If you do not grow as a human being on this earth, what are you doing with your time on this earth? Are you just being a stagnant piece of hate? Gee, that sounds like a really fun life. So I hope that everybody, finds a better way to be and a better person to be and a better place to be mentally and emotionally. But sometimes you can't help everybody. What kind of terrain do I live in? Rough. And I drive a Jeep. What did that tell you about me? I mean, I can ask certain questions and get certain feedback and understand certain things about you, but I don't understand what that told you. I get kind of tickled by some of the troll stuff. It's amusing at times. It's amusing. I have to say the murders I supervised were more amusing, but the trolls were amusing. So, okay, it is the ultimate off-roading machine. Actually, the ultimate off-roading machine is an old CJ, one of those old Willis Jeeps, those CJ whatever they were. Those were tanks. You couldn't stop those. Those would go anywhere. Those were the good ones. Now they're kind of getting prissy. The Jeeps are kind of getting prissy. But those old World War era CJ Willis Jeeps, those were some daggum tanks that you could take. I mean, I climbed a log pile, and I wasn't even a four-wheel drive, and I had that thing balancing on top of the log pile, and I needed more supervision as a young person. But those were some tanks. You couldn't get those things stuck anywhere. That was great. That's okay, Gypsy. You're fine. Yeah, we're good. Everybody's Ashley and Denise have been on it. So I have a trail hawk. I don't have a like one of those. What do they call them? What do they call it now? Sahara? What do they call it now? Drawing a blank. What are those weird ones called with the four doors that everybody likes to buy and take all the doors off of and act like they have an off-road vehicle, but they have like no axle articulation whatsoever? And I'm like, dude, you couldn't hit a pothole. So it's funny. I find that funny. But I have a trail hawk. But it's just because I traveled a lot. I'd covered like 8 county circuits when I worked for the Department of Corrections, so I drove a lot. So, oh, sorry, Michael. We apologize, Michael. I did that last night. I was trying to time somebody out and I hit my mod. That was just the weirdest thing. I was trying to try my troll out and hit a mod, and I felt so. And I sent her an apology, didn't I, Ashley? I sent you an apology email. I felt so bad about that. Hello, Bob. Are you a quill? You ever heard of quill? Bob what? My dog is staring at me. If y'all don't know, I have a pug zoo named Oscar who is almost 11 years old. And at about this time every night, he goes, "Lady, let me go outside. I need to go run amok and do my business." And he gets very upset when I stay online longer than he thinks I should. So I'm fixing to have to go and let the little hairy monster out. He looks like Wicket off of Star Wars. If you don't believe me, come here. Oop. Oh, you're a fat boy. Come here. Oh, you're a fat boy. Come here. He looks like Wicket off of Star Wars. No, look at the camera. He looks like Wicket off of Star Wars. And he kind of runs the show. So he's telling me I need to go outside. So I'm going to get up and let my little 11-year-old dog outside. Actually, he will be 11 in 8 days, 7 or 8 days. We'll have a birthday party. He'll wear a hat and a bow tie. It'll be fun. Come back and see Oscar's birthday party. Is it I don't even know what your name was. Xchar, happy early birthday. But we will come back and celebrate Oscar's birthday because he will be 11, and that's a pretty big age for a pug zoo. Normally pugs have a lot of health problems. He's pretty daggum healthy. So, oh gosh, we are covered up with rabbits. And that's a sign of a pretty healthy land. Rabbits and birds are a sign of pretty healthy land. The farm that my husband was begged to trap has no birds, has literally no prey. It's dead. It's going to take several years of trapping to get the predators down to let the other animals come back so that the land can replenish itself. So I share a lot of his videos. If you want to watch them, I normally put them. It's this trap line checks and stuff like that. You learn a lot about animals. You learn a lot about the behavior. You learn a lot about the tracks. You learn a lot about the predator-prey circle. And, I mean, you just learn a lot. You might not agree with all of it, but, you know, this is how we live in Appalachia. And Lord have mercy, all the permits and licenses you have to do this. But, you know, all the money goes to a good place, so we don't fuss about that. But the game warden is on my Christmas card list, and he's at my house every other week because he has to put size tags on otters and bobcats because they might sell and go out of state. So I do a lot of work in the wildlife education department. Lots of times when they have to do, like, they want to share skulls and hides with people to tell them and show them about the animals, they actually have to come and borrow stuff from us, which is hilarious because they should have it. But it's one of those necessary things that has to be done sometimes to get the land healthy again, especially live in a terrain where predators can get out of control. And they have literally, like, our black bear population is probably 10 times what it was a decade ago. They've been really bumping up the black bear population here. They used to just bring us the rogues out of the Smokies. Now they're actually populating black bears here. Well, now we have like 3 archery days a year for black bear. We need more because the black bear are getting so numerous. They're becoming one of the biggest problems. If you leave anything out, I don't care if it's a patio chair, they will come and eat it. They will knock down your fence. They will bite the side of your house. They're like drunken toddlers. They just amble through and knock stuff down. But they're very dangerous. We actually had one trying to break the bank teller window at the bank the other day. But really, the bank teller window looks like a human aquarium. So I can understand why the predator momentum would have kicked in there. It was funny. It wasn't funny for the bank tellers, but I understood the motivation behind the animal's behavior. I thought it was funny. But sadly, those bears that, when a population gets, too surplus and they go into the city limits, they turn into problem bears, and then they normally end up getting killed. It's much better to keep the numbers at a balance and keep a healthy respect amongst everybody. So anytime somebody calls us and they're like, I have a 7,000 acre farm and I want it trapped to eradication, absolutely not. We don't trap to eradicate. You have to have a balance of animals to have healthy land. And if you eradicate all of your coyotes, you just open up that's just open real estate for every transient and rogue male to come through and set up a new family group and cause you more problems for 6 to 10 years. So we tell them, trap down to where you have a good balance and you have a good family group that respects your boundaries and you respect theirs, and you share the land appropriately. And if you have good predator-prey numbers, then you won't lose calves during calving season because you've got your coyotes down to where they're dealing with the birds and the rabbits and the otter and everything else. So it's just a lot of education. And my husband is one of the prime area trappers. It's his passion. He never charges to trap. It's just something he loves to do. and he's trapping a several thousand acre farm right now. They're rotating the livestock because you rotate in winter. You rotate your livestock because you have winter wheat and you have other stuff growing, and you have to let your fields rest. And so he is trapping the fields where the livestock are, being rotated from, and he's trying to get coyote numbers down. There's so many, but they're so big and they're so smart, and they have so much acreage, and literally a snare is this big. And so you've got to understand how they travel, the momentum, where they carry their head, where their feet go, to try to find their pathways to get them to go on 7,000 acres, to get them to go through a hole this big. That's a skill. It's actually an art form. And it's just, I'm amazed at, and my husband, he only does this part-time because he works full-time, but it's his passion. And people love him because he's just really good at it. But this year, the animals, the predators have not moved like normal. I don't know if there's something going on, but it's not been a normal winter. The predators have not been moving right. The prey animals, their numbers are not right. Nothing's been acting right. And normally right now, beavers, fisher, otter, beaver, bobcat, basically everything is breeding. Everything's mating. And so that's normally when trappers will go and try to trap. Boy, my hair looks horrible. Because the boys are chasing the girls, and the girls are running from the boys, and nobody's looking for a trap or a snare. So, and it's prime winter pelt. That's why trappers trap during this time. We all know that when you're in love, you're stupid. Animals are just the same. So we're trying really hard to, because this guy lost, I think, a third of his calves last year just to coyotes. And he runs a huge cattle farm. He can't maintain that. And so when he called the Wildlife Resources Agency, they recommended my husband. And so he's doing that. So, but we don't waste any part of the animal. I am Native. I am Cherokee. I'm Lenape, which is a derivative of Cherokee. And we don't waste any part of the animal. In the way I was raised, it's disrespectful to waste any part of the animal. So you use every part of the animal that you can. And that's how you respect the animal. And if I ever go with David to check traps and he ever dispatches an animal, you will normally see me do the old Cherokee, pull the breath up so that its breath comes to me, and that way its spirit lives on. That's just an old thing that I was taught when I was little. And that, boy, YouTube's being a booger tonight. But you got to show respect for the animal. So we try to do that, but we don't want to waste anything. So that's how we roll. So if you're interested in this kind of life, come join me. I'm also a music buff. Listen to a lot of Queen, a lot of Greta Van Fleet, a lot of old death metal. I listen to a lot of stuff. And I'll throw in some bluegrass there on a good day too. So I'm kind of musically bipolar, which is kind of neat. But I really enjoy my good stuff. So I hope you come back, Practical Mouse. I hope you come back. It's been very nice meeting you. Things change and people change. Like from 18 to 20, well, from 14 to 22, your brain is not formed. Women's brains, your frontal lobe is not formed until about 22, 23. For men, it's about 25, 26. So until that age, you're really not fully formed and functioning, to understand social and spatial awareness. And so it's hard for people to understand. That's how long it takes for your brain to finish growing. And for you to start to put the puzzle of life together. You don't really start to understand life until your mid to late 30s. And let me tell you, in your mid 40s, it kicks in and you start to see the puzzle and you go, well, crap, I have wasted a lot of time. So I like to share my life, learn stuff from other people. And hopefully we all help each other put wrinkles in our brain and smiles on our faces, and we learn something new. Would you stop yelling at me? I'll be done in a minute. And but that was my dog. But we can help each other. That's my ideal desire with this channel, to find good people that want to help each other learn about everything and everybody, and appreciate everything and everybody. If you cannot find something to like about everyone, how can you expect anyone to find anything to like about you? So it's just one of those things. You talk to your dogs too? Yeah, he gets sassy every once in a while, but he's old, so I know he's got to go outside. I'll let him go outside. I really appreciate y'all hanging around, my mods for hanging around. mods, you're going to be gifted something very soon as I start crafting. Y'all have taken such good care of me during this live stream, and I know the trolls have been horrendous this week. So all my mods are going to be gifted something. I'm going to be crafting. I'm going to be gifting stuff. So mods, expect something in the mail from me as soon as I start crafting. I appreciate you all so much for tending the cattle chute. Thank you very much. Guys, come back and see me when I'm not doing a TEMU haul. We can actually deal with some real neat crafts, some native crafts, and some neat stuff. Until then, be good. Tell somebody you love them, and don't go to bed mad. And think of 3 things to be thankful for, and wake up tomorrow and try to be a better person than you were today. Hope to see you again, Practical Mouse. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Ashley and Denise and Gypsy. I love you guys. Night, guys. Okay, Mommy's hurrying. Can you say please?